right, it looks like the ads are done a little bit sooner than they usually are. So I think we could jump over. 5 minutes left on the starting timer, but the only reason it's set that long is so that usually when the 3 minutes ads that it makes me run right when I kick off the stream, those are done by the time that the timer hits 0. Good morning, Loki. Good morning, Bendio. How's everyone doing this morning? I am sore. I am, like, extremely sore from head to toe, every single limb. You should have seen me trying to sit down to use the restroom this morning. Oh my god, I nearly gave up. I signed up for a gym that's close to me that does instructor-led courses. Never really done anything quite like that. I've had like one-on-one trainer, and that was amazing. That I saw huge results with that. So I was like, I missed that. I want to do that again, but I want something a little bit more convenient, a little closer to me, maybe a little bit cheaper, because I did try that out for like a couple months, and it was like so expensive. But the results were so good. And I don't go to the gym. I don't have the motivation to go to the gym on my own. I don't have the motivation to just like show up somewhere and do something completely independently like that. It's not something that I want to do. So if I'm signed up for a course, if I have an instructor, if I have a time that someone is expecting me to be there, I'm going to hold myself accountable to that. And I'm more likely to actually get it done. And I know from last time that if I can just do 30 minutes 3 times a week with an instructor, I will see really huge results. And part of that's because I'm coming from probably like not a great starting point, because I don't go to the gym. But I was like, okay, I want to try this again. So I signed up, right? That's what I'm trying to get at. I signed up for the first course at 8 a.m. yesterday. I went there, and immediately I was being told to do shit that I had never heard of before and move in ways that I didn't know I could. And it was supposed to be like this high endurance session of just like pushing until failure. And I was like, this is not made for me. This is not an intro course. And I'm trying my best to keep up, and everyone else is doing stuff, and I'm just laying on the mat like exhausted at this point. Like I can't keep going. And luckily the instructor, while like trying to hint at like dude, get up, come on, let's go, he didn't like kick me out. He just let me kind of keep up at my own pace, and I pushed through to the end as best I could. I'd say out of like the 30 sets that we did, I probably missed probably 10 of them. So, but it's still, I made it to the end, sort of, and I was immediately sore trying to leave, and it's just getting worse and worse, and now I can barely sit down. I don't remember how to play this game. I don't remember, did we use a controller or did we use keyboard on this? I can't remember. It was controller, wasn't it?
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
I am hydrating. Does coffee count as hydration? That's what I have. Well, okay, let me tell you what I have. I do my mornings every single time the same way. I think it was, yeah, we were playing with a controller last time. Every single morning, I have 1 cup of 0% fat Greek yogurt, 1 cup of strawberries and blueberries on top of that, and a half a cup of probiotic something grain, something granola, and then 2 cups of coffee. So that's what we're working with here, and I still have to eat it. I didn't finish it. Why are my plants out of sync? Why did I have to water that one but the other can be gathered? Oh, these only need watering. I am kind of thirsty, actually. I haven't had any of my coffee yet. That's why. Coffee is the best hydration. It's so good. Good coffee. Coffee is a diuretic, but the water content offsets it. Yeah. So if I drink nothing but coffee, I'm fine, right? It's home to the Fenpires, little long-toothed foxes that roam around the sands. Excuse me. I missed the first message because I was distracted and clicked past it, but wherever those guys are, that's where I want to go. They have massive ears, they're fennecs, to listen to predators and help keep them cool during the day. Their long fangs are used to bite into cacti so they can drink some of their milk. And they sharpen their fangs daily on the rocks so they don't get too long. And when they do, the rocks will break the fangs and they'll start to regrow again. Doesn't that hurt? Not at all. It's what keeps them healthy. If the fangs got too long, they wouldn't be able to walk. They're sugar-based, so they regrow quickly. I'm going to keep an ear out for them on my venture days and ask Callan to do the same as well. I hope to make a little sanctuary for them here too. I want foxes at the sanctuary so badly now that I know they exist. Everything about them sounds perfect. Bring me the sugar foxes. It indeed does hydrate. Okay, perfect. Then we're good. We're good. I made myself extra coffee this morning. Usually I only make enough for 2 cups. 2 mugs. However much that is. I think they're like 6-ounce mugs. But this time, I made enough for 3. The more the merrier. It's nice to have newcomers in Palapori. Can you eat the fangs? Don't eat the fox's fangs. I'd be more than willing to give it a try. My stomach is grumbling. Can I come by today? Well, what about the other guy? We've been doing the stuff with the other guy. I don't know. Sure. I can't really remember what your guys' specialty is and where we're at in the game. So let's just wing it. Oh my god! My hats! My cat is trying to sit with me. He likes to be on top of the computer, which is also where I had a couple of hats sitting. And he just knocked them onto my table and onto my keyboard and stuff, just to make room for himself. Okay. You guys eat leaves, right? Oh, okay, we're gonna have a problem. I have a bandage on my thumb right now, and I can do everything except for hit the X button pretty easily. Oh god. But I think I'm gonna have to go pull that off at some point if I'm gonna continue to, if I'm gonna play this game. Oh yeah, see now I have to hit X for this, and it is, that is weird feeling. You guys don't understand where how this bandage is attached and what pressure points it's hitting right now. This has to go. Here, have a grub. Why not? Why shouldn't I? I'm gonna play some Beastro? Hell yeah. Come join the Beastro party. Computer warm. See, so, yes. They like to sit up there because the computer's warm. So, years ago, I've had these fuckers for like 6 years now. So, like 4 years ago, I got really tired of them sitting on top of my computer and covering up my fan exhaust vents and causing the computer to overheat and letting their hair fall into the computer and get all gunked up in the water cooler and whatever. So I went and bought a brand new computer case that's glass on the front, the left side, and the top. It's glass on 3 sides. So it's not even warm for him anymore. It's just a cold slab of glass that he's laying on. But he still wants to be there 4 years later. That's just his spot. He grew up doing that. Started doing it when he was like... How old were you when we moved? You were 7 months old when I got you. He started doing it when he was like 1.5 years. Can't stop now. 4 years! Explodes into hair. Hey, Shadow. How you doing? Welcome to the Morning Beastro stream. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened there? Wait a minute. I see bubbles directly in front of me. I cast. Oh, I went right way past it. I was distracted. That's what happened. You're doing good? Glad to finally make it to your stream. You've been to the last few, haven't you? I was gone for a week because I was at Anthrocon. I'm pretty sure I saw you in the last one, though. Or one of the last ones. There's only been like 2 or 3. Ooh. New record. Also, does that crab look different than I remember crabs looking? Did I? Or was it mitosis? What? I feel like these crabs look different than they used to. But it's not, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Yes! I'm not crazy! It's a new ingredient. An explosion gram must carefully be removed before going in. This card has a 20% chance of being destroyed when played. So it's the same thing, but a different flavor profile. Got it. That makes sense. That's what I kind of expected. By the way, how's AC? I love AC. Anthrocon is my favorite con. And this is my 2nd year going. In 2025, I was able to actually go with Mr. Flair. I should probably shout out to Mr. Flair real quick. Oh, I gotta tab out to do this. I'm 99% sure on his username. But ever since he changed it, I double check just to make sure. Especially because it's slightly different on each platform. If I want to tag him on X, it's one thing. If I want to tag him on Blue Sky, it's another. There we go. So shout out to Mr. Flair. He was kind enough to let me join his room for 2025. And we had a great time. And I was able to tag along with him to all of the comedy panels and the panels that Alkali puts on and all the charity panels. And he really likes to be engaged in the actual, like the main events at Anthrocon and the surrounding cons. The Alkali and his group are very active in conventions in that area, and if Mr. Flair loves Alkali and loves seeing the comedy, loves the energy, and tries to make it to all of those panels. Improv is Flair's thing. If you ever watched a stream by Mr. Flair, you know this already. Mr. Flair loves improv, loves being weird, loves trying to be funny, and it's just so much fun to be at a con with him and do those kinds of things. My other group that I convinced, so I have this other group of friends, and I convinced them to come to Anthrocon 2026. And I want to read what this guy's saying in the game, though. So, Penko, why is this teacher of yours in the wilds? He lives there. We have a teacher in the wilds? I feel like I missed something really important. No, I mean, yeah. The owner of the restaurant. Yes, our mentor for the chef that we had to take over the restaurant because he went missing. I understand now. I'm ready to return to the wilds this afternoon. Is everything good with my reservation? See, so I don't know. I think we should probably run Kalen. I think that's what we were doing before last week. So I'm sorry, we're kicking the other guy out. Anyway, so I convinced my regular, more usual. Well, how do I want to say it? So I have a local group of furry friends that are actually in Minnesota with me, and I usually go to cons with them, and we usually carpool together. So I convinced them to come to Anthrocon 2026. 2 of them had been before in prior years, and the rest had not. At least a handful of them had not. I guess I don't know about a couple of them. I guess I never asked. But there were 8 of us total, and we split into 2 rooms, and we had connecting rooms, which was pretty cool. And I loved Anthrocon 2026, just like I loved Anthrocon 2025. I think it's a great con. There's no alcohol allowed in the convention center. It's supposed to be a family-friendly convention. It's a lot different than FWA and MFF and a lot of the local cons, where it's way more focused on drinking and partying and after dark stuff, and like Anthrocon and what's that one in California? There's 2 cons I know of that actually have a mini con within themselves. So a certain night they'll block off part of the con space with a separate entry desk that you have to go to get through a certain hallway, and once you're back through there, the vibe completely changes and the panels are completely different, and there's a separate dealer's den and a separate everything because it's the AD section of the con. So it's a little AD con within the main con that's completely sectioned off. You're not going to get that at Anthrocon, okay? Anthrocon is going to be mostly daytime activities. They have their block party. They have that huge parade they put on that's getting a lot of heat right now because 20,000 people want to be in it, and they don't like that they're restricting it to people that are actually fully dressing up and fully committing themselves to the character and not just throwing on a head. Anyway, the whole community gets involved. All the local restaurants, all the local places want to be a part of it. I love it. I love Anthro. I love the safe for work parts of it. And I love just celebrating these fun, cute characters. For me, the thing that I like most about furry is the people dressing up in these cute, fluffy, full suit costumes. I like the cartoony ones. I like the cute ones. And my friend group, throughout the entire time we were at Anthrocon, I think I heard each and every one of them complain about the convention in some way. They won't be back. This was too much money and not worth the PTO because it's so far away from home. Variety of reasons. And then because it's not what they want. They want that more like drinking, party focused, after dark type of convention experience, which Anthrocon is not. So I had a really good time. Like waking up at like 8 a.m., going to one of the local breakfast joints, having an amazing breakfast, going and meeting up with friends in the convention space, going to the panels, seeing the comedy shows, it's walking around the dealer's den, seeing the horse that the charity brought in, and then maybe hanging out a little bit at the waterfront, a little bit at the rave after hours, but like getting to bed by like midnight, 1 a.m. And that is not at all what my other friend group wants to do at a con. So it was a mixed bag because I felt kind of bad, but I had a really great time. I'm so distracted recapping this. I don't even remember what I'm supposed to be doing right now. We're supposed to defeat the Mojave Desert mini-boss. We're supposed to find fen spires in the Mojave Desert. I don't think there's anything I need to do in the morning routine before I open up shop. I don't think. All right, let me figure out what I'm going to put on the menu while I continue to eat my now slightly warmer yogurt breakfast. Wow. This cubefish Pokeball pays 75, but we only have 3 cubefish. We need to go cubefish fishing if I get the opportunity to do that. And I think I can push to the highest tier of restaurant appeal, but I would have to use, I might have to use the rest of my meat. But we might be able to get away. Okay, so if I just have 25 and 25, we just barely crack the threshold. So we're good, actually. I only have 2 of these mushrooms, too. Shoot. But we can go with this one. And we have plenty of ingredients for this one. So I think we'll do that. Good morning. Alright. See if I can still play these mini games. Oh man, this one I never completely understood. It like has like a timer where it makes you drop what you're holding if you don't drop it fast enough yourself. Yeah, there it goes. I should have just let it drop on the table maybe. Oh shoot. Oh, okay. We got them both at the last second. Would love to go to a con, but I don't have a suit or a head. You don't need a suit or a head to go to a con. I still don't have one. Although, I'm supposed to be getting one within the next month, which I've not really, I don't know if I've officially really announced. I think I might have dropped something in the Discord chat, actually, at one point, like sharing the furs that were going to be used to make it. But side story, that maker has been almost entirely MIA since I paid them, and has been promising me updates, and they haven't come, and I'm a little scared. But you do not need a suit or head to go to a con. You should go to one, and you should totally experience it and just kind of see what it's all about. When I went to my first con, I went alone, and all I wanted to do was just kind of stay in the shadows, not really have anybody know. Nobody was going to know me. I didn't really want to make a big scene. I didn't really want to be in photos. I just wanted to see if it was something that was for me, see if it was something that I was going to be interested in. So I just made a plan. I looked at the schedule, and I was like, I want to see the fursuit dance competition. I've heard a lot about those. I want to see some of the panels, some of the educational panels, some of the entertaining panels, some of the game show panels. I want to go to one of the raves, although at that time I thought I don't like dancing. I'm not going to like this. It turns out it's one of my favorite parts of cons, but I was like, I need to go at least experience it. And I'll tell you what, walking through a dealer's den for the first time alone was kind of overwhelming, because I was like, holy shit, this is more furry shit than I've ever seen in one place in my life. This is like everything that I'm interested in all in one place, and I can buy it all, and I can take it all home with me, and I spent too much money. But I highly recommend it. Just go experience one. Just no expectations. You don't, you can just, it can be one and done. Just go to the closest one to you, spend a weekend there, see if it's just something you're interested in. If it's not, then whatever, no big deal. One weekend done, and you just don't think about it anymore. You're next to MCFC? I'm actually planning to go to MCFC next year. They just moved it from February to March, which I can do. So my roommate and I are pretty much committed to actually going together to that one. And I think Mr. Flair's going to see if he can do it as well. That he usually goes to that one, but when it was moved to February, he wasn't able to make it work anymore. So now that it's back in March, he and I think my roommate, Mr. Flair, and I, and probably Jackson the dog, since they're living together, I think that the four of us might end up going and getting a room together. We'll see. It might expand to be more than that. It typically starts with my roommate and I choosing to go to a con, and then we ask our other friend group, the whole big group that went to AC, and then like more and more people trickle in and join. We have like 12 people in that group, so inevitably some more people end up coming. Can't believe I missed one. Yeah, you should go. We'll see you there. We can kind of give you a little tour, little rundown. You can hang out with Flair and I, and we'll show you around the con. I gotta lock in. I'm trying to eat my breakfast. I guess all I know for sure is that I'll be going to MCFC. It's one that I've been wanting to see for a couple of years now. Now that they moved it to March, I'm committing to it. I'm committing to Anthrocon for sure. MCFC for sure. Oh no, it's almost out of the green. Oh no, where's this even supposed to go? This is my first not green delivery. How did that happen? And then I have an old friend now, Arito Suits. I streamed with their 3D model like years ago, or not years ago, like over a year ago. And I don't know, I'd have to like dig to find that old stream. But anyway, they live in Florida, and I'm hoping to be able to go do something with them. So maybe one of the Florida cons, we'll see. closing portals will not help us if someone can reopen them. We need to find the hearth key they're using. Perhaps first we look where Flames was taken from. I think I just got some yogurt on my mic. That sucks. Where do you think the mission takes me today? Well, we need to defeat the Mojave Desert mini-boss, so probably the Mojave Desert. Very astute. Yes, I will be venturing there today. Alright, let's see here. Select recipe base. They want at least one meat. That's easy. I don't even know if that needs to be in the base or if we can just use any base as long as we have a meat by the end. I don't remember what kind of flavor profiles we encounter in the Mojave Desert, though. It's been like 2 weeks. Here, let me finish my yogurt quick, and then we'll figure this out. I should really rinse this bowl. I will be right back. 30 seconds. Was that close? Oh my god, sitting down hurts. Was that close enough to 30? I think that was close enough to 30. All right. So we need at least one meat. I don't really see a good reason not to start with the minion meat rice bowl because I just don't know what flavors we need to prioritize. Oh my god. A peak leek soup gives us the whole table to do whatever we want with, but it puts 4 single one value. What is pink? I need to memorize these. That's an interesting base right there. Delicious fried rice. Those are some high value numbers, and that hits our meat requirement. I like the idea of that. Tomahawk steak. Now that's... How is that not at least one meat? That doesn't count as a meat? How does a condor tomahawk not count as meat? You just got directions? Directions to what? This also gives us a stamina boost. Interesting. MCFC? And what did you find out? I'm just going to go with the top one. And then I'm going to glance at the ingredients wheel and try and think about this. What are we encountering when we go to the Mojave Desert? Is it sweet and salties? Did not realize it was that close. It's in Detroit, right? It's like 20 minutes away. That is crazy. You could almost just like stay at your house and then just show up for the daytime activities. I think it's worth it to get a hotel room because my first con experience was at a close con for myself as well. It was Furry Migration in Minneapolis. Now, granted, it was like 45 minutes away from me, but I got a hotel room, and I really valued having that hotel room because you could go into con space, you could walk around, you could go to panels, you could go to dealer's den, whatever. And then if you're feeling overwhelmed or, you know, for any reason at all, you can just go upstairs, just take the elevator, and then you have your own private space that you can just unwind and relax. You can get away from all the noise. You can get away from all the people. You just are in this hotel room. I liked having a hotel room alone. I kind of miss that. I don't miss spending that much money, But I did really value that. Like, when I wanted to, I could just go away into my own room, and it was completely quiet, and it was completely alone, and it was exactly the way I left it. And it was just like my own little private, tranquil space to escape from the con in the con. So I recommend a hotel room. Also, for reasons beyond that, like you have somewhere to store any shit that you buy. You can stay late. You can drink if you want to and stay late and you stay till like the end of the 3 a.m. rave and then just immediately go upstairs and go to bed. It's easier to not miss anything. You know, you don't have to plan your commute. And it gives you just a convenient place to like just take care of personal things, especially if you have a suit. Like you needed the suit, you like put the suit on and take the suit off. You would want a hotel room, but even just normal stuff. Like, I think I'm gonna wear shorts and t-shirt today, and then you go down in the con space and somebody set thermostat to 60, so you're like, oh shit, I wish I had some jeans on. You can go upstairs and put those on. Easy. I mean, you could do that too if you just brought them with in your car, I suppose. But I think for an entire weekend event, it's nice to have a little private changing room, a little private peaceful room of your own at con space. I think I'm going to prioritize salty and sweet and hope that that's what we were encountering. Shit. What is blue? Blue is bitter. Bitter enhances salty. So I can't use bitter to fight salty or sweet. I really don't know what to put together for a deck. It'd be really awesome if the... What is that? Gratio? What word is that? If some cruise was at the same time as MCFC. Okay, explain that to me. It's a car cruise? So why would it be good if they were at the same time? Go with a rice bowl. Rice bowl gives us bitter and sweet. Is there a way to know like what we're going to encounter? Am I missing a part of the game that it kind of explains to us what we should really be prioritizing? I mean, I know that there's the stamina bonuses in the lower left, but I'm not sure if that's actually supposed to help guide us as to like what should really be in our deck, or if it's just randomized and could actually be detrimental to the building of our deck. I don't know. I guess I'm going to go with this one because it gets the closest to filling the bonus stamina, and then I'm going to try and fill out the rest of the bonus stamina here. And I'm going to use some mixed veggies maybe because we have a ton of them. And bitter is enhanced by salty, so do we have... I don't have any salty on the board right now. So maybe I'll put some salty in here. The starting point is about a 10-minute walk from MCFC. I see. So you're trying to just maximize the amount of stuff you can do in the same weekend. A lot of the cons do have car meets, so you might be able to find some motor furs. I would assume that Motor City Fur Con will probably have a car show. So there's that to look for on the schedule as well, and those can be fun. Oof. I'm like looking at how much of these ingredients I have in my bag. I only have 2 of these, and I got 3 of these, and I'm starting to get worried that I'm going to run out of the ingredients I really want to use. Since I don't know what I need, I should probably just like use my most common ingredients right now, and then just take notes during this run if we fail as to like what I should change. We need some sour. What do I have a lot of? I have a lot of cloudberries. Which I would probably never use for myself. There's just level 1 medium weight sours. But that's perfect for what we're trying to do right now. Get rid of them. I also have tons of rice. I have tons of peak leeks, actually. This is going to be a terrible deck. But you know what? We've hit all the stamina bonuses. We got at least 1 meat. Let's just serve it up and see what happens. FWA has a really cool car show as well. It's split it up into 2 different parking lots with an upper level and a lower level. There's always so many different cars there. Some people will bring like really cool fast sports cars. Some people will bring like old collectors. Some people will bring imports. Some people will bring things that I've never seen, or like camper vans that are actually like they'll open it up and then you can kind of like see inside, and they've like decked it out to be all like furry and shit inside. Or some people just bring something they bought. Some people bring something they built. And furries are always trying to do something to customize it, make it furry, which is more interesting to me to see than like if you go to a general car store and a car show. And you know, somebody's built car is just like, yeah, I slapped a turbo on it and I lowered it and I stiffened up the suspension. It's like, that's cool. Then the furry will be like, yeah, I built this car, and you're like, yeah, I can tell. The seats are giant fox plushes that you sit in now, and there's a tail on the back. Alright, let's see how this terrible deck does. Oh, we could do the night stuff after we return. But I wonder if we can do the night stuff twice by doing it now. I think I asked myself this at the end of the last stream. And the answer was no. You can't do the night stuff twice. It's like these glow grubs, for example, won't regenerate and let you fish twice. But we'll do it now, and we will just double check. Sanity check ourselves after we spend a night at the tea house in a minute. Oh, that's a lot of grubs. We should probably spend the money to know what's in each fishing pool, because there was a certain fish I wanted to find. Don't remember which one it was, but I'm sure once I see it, it'll all come back to me. You can also buy ingredients. That's a thing we've never done yet. So, something to start thinking about. I only have 2 of these. I should probably buy some of these. I don't know when this changes, so I'm just gonna buy them now in case it's now or never type of thing. Oh, we can sell too. Okay. So we can sell what we have surplus of and buy what we need. Simple concept, but it's not something we've done yet. I've kind of been taking it for granted that we'll just always have the ingredients we need. And just kind of ignoring inventory management in this game. Just building decks with whatever I want. Oh look, we got more mushrooms. That's my fault for not coming in here and harvesting these earlier. Probably should have done that in the morning. There's just so many spots I gotta look for stuff to harvest. Can't keep track of it all. What is this? Looks harvestable. It's like bright, but it's not. Well, that's a dead end. I want to go down. Okay, so every time we harvest cloudberries, we get 3. That explains why we have so many of them. Okay, so this guy will tell us what is in the fishing pools. Let's do it. I still want to know how do we get to the pool that's way out there. There's got to be a way to upgrade your rod. Cube fish. That's what I wanted more of. There we go. I'm just gonna fish this pool until we're out. I missed. My phone is blowing up right now. I got a friend texting me, responding to something I sent last night. I have a car. Or I should say I had a car. And it had a lot of issues, and I traded it in. And I was curious if they were still selling it or not, so I looked it up last night. And they are. It's been sitting on this dealer's lot for 3 months now since I traded it in. And because it's still on their lot, I can just pull the Carfax straight from their website. So I pulled it because I was just curious. And it is hilarious looking at the history on this car. So let me tell you about this car. It is a 2023 Volkswagen Tiguan SELR line. Top trim, fully loaded, blue Volkswagen mid-size compact SUV. I don't know what they consider it to be. Bought it on a whim in Iowa while on my way to another furry convention. I knew I needed more space. Actually, this was on my way to AC last year, actually. I was swung through Iowa to visit a friend before heading east to then meet up with Mr. Flair and carpool to Anthracon. And I knew I needed more space, so I was interested in having a new car. And the car I had at the time, we're kind of getting in the weeds here, but I didn't love the car I had at the time either, because it was a Jeep Cherokee. I was kind of forced into it. There's a whole different story with that one as well. And for a variety of reasons, I wanted to get rid of it. So I saw this 23 Volkswagen Tiguan at a lot in Iowa while I was there visiting a friend. And it had a really clean Carfax. It was a single owner, prior lease. They traded it in with when their lease ended. It was super low miles for the age. You know, they had it for 2 years for their lease, and they only put like 13,000 miles on it. And it looked super clean. It looked like I was basically getting a brand new Tiguan for like $20,000 less than what they were stickered for. So I bought that car, and I drove it to Anthracon. And when I bought the car, I said to my friend and to the dealer, I said, I never thought I'd buy a Volkswagen, because every single person that I have known, that I have met, that has owned a Volkswagen has had nothing but electrical problems with their cars. I know more than one friend who has gone through a Minnesota winter, with no heat because their heater went out on their Volkswagen in the fall, right as winter was rolling in. I know Volkswagen owners that have had issues with computer engine computer modules go bad. And I know Volkswagen owners that had radio problems. And I was like, every single Volkswagen ever has had electrical gremlins. But I bought the car. And I said, wouldn't it be funny if after all of that, I buy a Volkswagen and it has electrical problems? So I'm driving it to go pick up Mr. Flair and go to Anthracon. And 2 hours into my drive, before I get to Mr. Flair, the radio screen goes black, the music cuts out, and the radio restarts itself. All right. Here come the electrical problems. Next, I'm driving with Mr. Flair, and we have all the windows down, and we get on the freeway, and I want to roll them up a bit. They were not completely down. They were maybe halfway down. They're all automatic windows, all 4 of them. So I click all 4 buttons at the same time with my hand on the in the driver's side. All of them start going up. One of them, after about a half a second, starts going down instead and rolls itself all the way down instead of up. And then I have to roll it up separately. I want to say that Volkswagen electrical is worse than Jeep electrical. Yeah. So, yeah, I went from a Jeep to a Volkswagen. I went from a bad car to an even worse car. And within the first couple days of owning it, I was already noticing issues. So, I get it back, and you can see, I get it back to Minnesota, and you can see in the Carfax, in July, I register it. In August, not even a month later, I bring it into the dealership, and you can see them list out checked electrical system, checked engine electrical system, checked radio, checked like every single electrical problem. A month after that, same thing. A month after that, the radio gets replaced. A month after that, a battery charger gets installed and the battery gets replaced. A month after that, the electrical system gets checked again. A month after that, more problems. What's not in the Carfax is that at the same time as all of these electrical problems, I had to have the steering wheel replaced. The steering wheel is defective. I had to have the driver's seat rail motor replaced. That was defective. What else? There was 5 different warranty claims that I had to make throughout my ownership of this car. What year Cherokee? It was a 2019. So finally, after 10 months, only 10 months of owning this Volkswagen, I traded it in. Traded it in April of this year. I owned the car for 10 months, and in the Carfax, you can see that every single month for those 10 months, it was at the dealership with electrical problems. Now, if you look at the Carfax, you can see that in May, this dealership that I traded it to listed it for sale, and then in June, not even a month later, you can see them troubleshooting electrical problems on it. You can see April, I bring it into the dealership for electrical problems. May, it says it's traded in, cleaned up, and offered for sale. And then June, you can again see motor, computer module checked, battery charger installed, blah, blah, blah. And then in July, now it's July. So I think it was June. I think it was like a week after that, they do it again. So the dealerships had this car for not even a month yet, and twice they've had to do electrical work on it. And now it's July, and they've just kicked it to their like generic used car lot at where it's sitting now. They've had this car for 3 months. They can't get rid of it. They're having to troubleshoot electrical problems on it. It is a lemon. It's an absolute lemon. And because I bought it out of state, I didn't qualify for lemon law. So if they hadn't taken it in a trade, I would have been stuck with probably the worst car on the road. Well, maybe not the worst, but nobody should own that car. I do not trust that car. Thank God none of the problems that happened caused it to just spontaneously shut off and start like rolling in a straight line without any like power steering or anything. Or like how, I guess it's not brake by wire, but it's probably throttle by wire. Like what if the throttle got stuck at 100%? Like that car needs to be crushed and needs to be like scrapped. That should not be on the road. I'll bet some water got into the BCM and created some corrosion in shorts. Who knows? It was a single owner car from Iowa. It wasn't like it was in some flood zone. It wasn't like it was in a like a hurricane zone. You know, it's not really coming from somewhere where you would expect it to have serious water damage. It was never in an accident. It was never repaired. There's really no reason that water should have been anywhere it shouldn't have been. Yeah, Iowa. Yes. Iowa. Right? Yeah, Iowa. All right, so let me see here. So we are encountering Sweet, which we need to fight with either Sweet or Salty. It's kind of what I thought. So we're in trouble here. Oh, we're actually going to do damage to him. We're not in that much trouble. So I sent this Carfax to a couple of friends. Because on the way... Oh, I guess I have ads in progress. Shoot. I will hold my story till the end. Okay, so this guy's going to throw a sour at me. Interesting. So you can only fight sour with sour. Because we don't have the ingredient that's balanced. That balances sour yet. If I play this, it'll do me no good. Do me no good at all. Isn't that's the right flavor for the purple though, isn't it? Yeah, but it's not a higher number. What is this effect that we have? We have a... Is that a shield? And I don't know what the lollipop is. We have stuff applied to us. I don't know what it is. The lollipop's from the card we just discarded. I can see it here. Trick win, gain 2 stamina. We're not gonna win this trick. I might just play one of these cards just to see if we can draw our hand back up next time. So we normally take 12 damage, but we're taking 2. So we've got 10 shield somehow. And we just healed. Oh, the lollipop is like a healing effect over time. Okay. So they're both playing Sweet, so we really need a Salty. Yeah, so we're screwed. Like, this deck is not good for this at all. We only have 1 Salty card in our discard right now. I want to get through these guys at least so we can see what's next. So I do need to defeat these guys. So I might just do a discard and redraw until we get that card back, so at least I can At least we can move on from these guys. Oh, that guy's... I got 12 health. I don't know how I'm going to defeat the guy in the back, actually. I can enhance the salty with some bitter if I can get it in the same hand together. Play this. And then play this. There we go. Now we're talking. Probably could have done that the first turn too, and I didn't even think about it. I'll bet the previous owner kept it in a barn of some kind, and some kind of rodent made a home in there and chewed on the wires. I think that you're giving Volkswagen too much of an out. I don't think it was damaged by water. I don't think it was chewed on by rodents. We are talking about a leased brand new Volkswagen. I don't think somebody would lease a brand new upscale vehicle and store it in a barn. I just think that it's a piece of shit Volkswagen and that they don't know how to make a decent car and that it had these electrical problems while that other person was leasing it. And that might very well be why they traded it in instead of keeping it, because they're like, this car is doo-doo, and we are not keeping this car past its lease. They probably just lived with it for the 2 years that they had it, and then they said, we are done. We are out of here. Yeah, don't buy a Volkswagen, kids. That's the lesson. So all I need is some salty. I'm going to keep drawing until I get my salty back so we can just get rid of this guy. There we go. I just need to enhance it a little bit to do a little bit of damage, and we can move on. So, I sent this Carfax to a few friends because, like, on the way home from Anthrocon, for example, one of them was like, hey, what happened to your Volkswagen? And I told them, and they're like, well, why didn't you sell it instead of trading it? Like, you would have gotten more for your money. So I pulled it up, and I was like, this is why. The dealership has not been able to find a buyer for this thing for 3 months. The dealership hasn't been able to sell it. There's no way I would be able to. Not to mention they have it listed at like $27K now, which is too high for that car. They gave me $24.5 for it. So there's only like $2,500 in headroom there. It's not worth $2,000 to me to sit on a car for 3 months and try and find a buyer. I can't imagine the nightmare they're going through, trying to deal with that car, the ongoing electrical problems that it's still having while they're trying to sell it, and trying to tell everybody that, you should just ignore the Carfax. Don't worry about the Carfax. No, this car is great. You should definitely buy this car. Yeah, no thanks. I'm so glad that that car is gone. Okay, so this guy's just going to do damage to us no matter what we play. The dealer wants 27 for it? Yeah, because if they go too low, they're going to lose money on it. They gave me too much for it. So they don't have any headroom to sell it. There was a scratched wheel, okay? I scratched one of the wheels, so they had to fix the wheel. So that 24.5 turned into 25. And then they had to detail it. They had to clean it up. So that's, let's say, 25.5. They probably did an oil change on it, which I'm kind of mad about this. I only traded it after I got it prepped for... because I was going to drive it to Anthrocon, and I only traded it after I prepped it for that. Actually, I was going to drive it to Florida. I went to Florida in May. So I traded it right before I was going to go to Florida. So I did an alignment on it and an oil change on it and all this stuff. And I spent probably $500 on it that I didn't need to spend if I had known at the time I was going to get rid of it. So I'm kind of mad about that. But they probably did another oil change on it and whatnot because they want to have the records under their belt. So they probably spent at least 25.5 on the car, if not 26. So they're only making, $1,500 they're screwed. The only good thing that's coming from Volkswagen is the parts. Maybe, but it's the parts that are failing ultimately, right? You hate dealerships? Yeah. Oh no! I accidentally hit the discard button. I had the card I needed and I fucking bumped it. All right, well, we're just going to keep going until we get that card back. All right, let's get out of here. A lot of dealerships are scummy, I guess. It is annoying. They want to make as much money as possible. You want the best deal as possible. So it comes down to a negotiation and who's better at wheeling and dealing, which I don't like. I'd rather just be given a fair price up front and pay it and feel like I got an honest price on the product I'm buying. But it doesn't work that way. Oh my god, I'm trying to drink my coffee. I wasn't paying attention to what we were doing, so I took a sip of coffee and I tried to play that with my right hand controlling the left joystick. Powertrain parts and other random bits. Yeah, I guess I don't know too much about them overall. I don't know what the power... I guess I will say that right after I traded the car, I did hear that the specific motor... there's actually a lawsuit in New York against Volkswagen now for the specific motor that was in that Tiguan I had. So even the powertrain, even the drivetrain was having problems. Somebody is suing them for excessive oil consumption. I guess at about 30,000 miles, it's really common for that engine to start burning lots of oil and for you to need to top it off in between oil changes. And the official Volkswagen response to customers who have been impacted is that up to a quart of oil burned between oil change, or I think it's like up to a quart of oil burned per month or something like that is normal. That's normal behavior for that engine. So they're not going to fix it. They're not going to do anything about it. That's just part of owning this car now, I guess, is that you top off a quart a month. So they're getting sued for that too. I never had that problem that I know of, but that's even another reason that I'm glad I got rid of that car. Like, what a piece of shit car. All right, so I remember now. We were finding these guys in here, which we thought were extinct or something like that, because we don't have access to this ingredient. And the only way to combat these guys is with sour, which we don't have in this hand right now. But now I do. And sour can be enhanced with umami, so let's throw some of that in there. So yeah, when I first got rid of that Volkswagen and traded it for the car I have now, I have a CR-V. I felt kind of bad about my decision because I drove that. I traded it in and then I immediately put 4,000 miles on this brand new CR-V. I traded it in literally the day that I was supposed to leave to start driving down to Florida. I actually technically traded it the day before, but I traded it for a larger vehicle. I went with a Pilot, and then I went back the day of and said, listen, I'm leaving today for Florida. I feel like I bought a car that was too big. Can we please switch this to a CR-V? And I did that like right before leaving for Florida, because it was like now or never. It was like I put 4,000 miles on something in an hour. So I'm going to be stuck with this Pilot if I don't go back to the CR-V right now. So I went in there, I was like, I need a CR-V. It should not have been a Pilot. Please help me out. And thankfully they were like, sure, fine. They ripped up the paperwork. We started over. So I bought a CR-V the hour before I drive to Florida. And on my whole drive to Florida, I felt kind of bad about that decision because I was like, I kind of missed that Volkswagen. You know, it had more bells and whistles. It was more of a comfortable car. It was more of a premium car. It had the moon roof. It felt really, really good to drive. Plus, it still had like 7,000 miles left in its warranty. So I was like, you know what I should have done? I should have driven it to Florida and then came back and then traded it. Because then by then it would have been at like 49,000 miles. It would have been basically done with its warranty. And I would have squeezed a little bit more money out of it, right? Especially because I just put the oil change in it too. So it had another 4,000 miles of fresh oil in it. Like, I should have waited. I felt really bad about that decision, but who knows what would have happened by the time I got back from Florida with that car. Knowing that the dealership's having electrical problems with it when it's just sitting on their lot and occasionally being test driven tells me that it might not have even made it to Florida. I could have gotten back and it would have had major mechanical problems or been left on the side of the road on the way down there. Who knows? I'm gonna die if I don't get a sour and umami in my hand at the same time here. Come on. All right. CRVs are pretty good. It's a pretty good car. I always said that my favorite car I ever owned was a brand new 2019 Honda Accord. I thought that car felt way nicer than you would expect for the price that it was and for the brand that it was. It was definitely nicer than the Infiniti that I had owned prior to that. The features in it were nice. It was comfortable. It was reliable. It was fuel efficient. So I always said that I should have stuck with that. I should have gotten into another Honda or kept that Honda. So I did. That's what I did. And I like the CRV. The more that I drive it, the more that I like it. There's really nothing I can complain about it, to be honest. But it's a boring car. It doesn't turn heads at all. You don't pull up somewhere and feel special pulling up in a CRV. Oh no. I'm not doing enough damage to this guy to kill him with these cards. That sucks. So eventually I do want to get rid of that car. I want to have something... Oh, that killed me. I didn't pay attention to how much damage I was going to take. I fucked up. I would like to eventually get rid of that and get to something a little more unique. I'm looking at like the new Prelude, to be honest. Is such a beautiful car. I would really love to have a new Honda Prelude. But they've got it overpriced by like $10,000. $8,000, I'll say. You know? If it was a $36,000 car, I'd be in there figuring out how to make the math work and trading the CRV for it right now. But they've got it at like $42,000 with manual adjustable seats, no heated steering wheel, like cloth back seat, leather up front, but cloth in the back. It's not worth what they're asking for it. The Prelude is beautiful, right? The Prelude is a beautiful car. It's such a good furry car, too. Like, you look at it, and it's not, like, super masculine. It's kind of, like, ambidextrous. Like, anybody could be driving it. It's kind of a showpiece, but it's not, like, super, like, aggressively flashy. It's not super immature, but yet it's still fun and playful. Like, I feel like I could pull up in that at a convention and feel good. I could step out of it and feel like, yes, this is me. This embodies me. He seems quite happy to have new ingredients to eat. He's just curious. I'm sure he got trapped out there and doesn't feel safe to come back. He has to survive, you know. Does not have a cowbell. Yes, no, I don't know. He's harmless. Tell the minions that you're feeding. Da. So, like, what I mean by kind of that stuff is, like, a Ford Mustang is a fun manual car to drive, but it screams masculinity, right? I don't want that necessarily. A Honda Civic is a nice, fun car to drive, but I think they're a little immature personally. I think a lot of high school kids have Honda Civics. A lot of Honda Civics are riced out with the loud exhaust and the blacked out windshields and the aggressive modifications. I want something that says I'm a little bit more mature. I've got, you know, some spending money, but I'm a little bit more careful with how I spend it. The Prelude is a fuel-efficient hybrid car that still looks very sporty. It still looks kind of youthful, but it's got some mature elements to it. It's a little bit more constrained. I think that it strikes a nice balance between a lot of things. I'm just really having a hard time swallowing the price tag on that car. It's time to go to bed. The other car that I'm considering is the Acura Integra, but I have mixed feelings about it. It is offered in either the like standard motor, which it's not a hybrid. can't. It gets like decent fuel economy. It's available as a manual. It's a good car. It's a really good car, actually. It's a hatchback. It's got functional rear seats that everyone will fit in. But it almost feels like a boring, disappointing compromise to me if I get just the standard Integra. Like, I feel like I'd look at it and wish that I would have stepped up and gotten the Type S, which throws in the high output engine and the wide body kit and the upgraded brakes, and it looks more sporty and it is more sporty and it's more engaging to drive. That's a beautiful car, but that only gets like 25-ish miles to the gallon. So I wouldn't want to be taking any road trips to Florida in that thing. That would cost me more money. So I don't know. I don't know what I want. Which is why I'll continue driving the CR-V for a while. Okay, I want to go see if there's any glow grubs on the beach. Would a stock Wrangler be considered obnoxious? Ooh, that's an interesting question. That is such an interesting car to think about. My initial impression is yes, the Wrangler is definitely a, like, look at me, I'm different car, right? There's nothing else quite like, well, there is now. I guess a lot of brands are coming around to trying to compete with it now. Like, you've got the Bronco coming back. You've got Honda just went and tried to make their sporty boxy or boxy off-roady car the redesign of the not the Passport. The redesigned Passport kind of has this aggressive boxy look. The Wrangler's classic though. Nothing else can quite compete with it. There's nothing else quite like it. But the thing is, I think it's also a pretty common furry car. I think I know quite a few furries, or have seen quite a few furries that own Wranglers, and it's not necessarily this like obnoxious masculine car. Like it kind of appeals to a lot of different crowds, and it depends on like I don't know, like I don't even know what I want to say about it. Like it fits in two different extremes, and I'm not quite sure how it pulls it off. I don't care for the dumb mods for them. There's so many different ways you can modify them. I've seen some that look really cool. I've seen some that are kind of over the top. Definitely if you get like extremely aggressive knobby tires and they stick way out of the fenders and things like a foot taller than it was from this factory, okay, yeah, maybe you're a little bit of a douche, but you know, I can't totally be completely mad. It is kind of a cool looking car. But stock for sure is like, you just want a fun car to drive that's still practical. You want something that has all the practicality of an SUV. You can fit a ton of stuff in it. You can fit 4 people in it. But you also want something that is unique, that feels more you. It's not just another Honda Accord or Toyota Camry on the road. You can take the doors off. You can take the roof off maybe. Open it up. Treat it more like a convertible. It's a fun car. It's a fun car that has practicality. And it's a manual. You can get it in a manual too. Very few cars that still have a manual transmission, and I highly recommend learning how to drive manual and trying it out. Saving up for one right now? Yeah, you should get one. Every single person I know that has owned a Wrangler absolutely loves them. I know a lot of people that shit on Jeeps just because like their resale value doesn't hold super well. Their reliability is kind of mixed, whatever. First of all, I don't know if that necessarily applies to the Wrangler. I think that's more for their others, like the Cherokee and Grand Cherokee. But also, all of that is coming from non-Jeep owners. Literally never have I heard a Wrangler owner, current or prior, tell me that it was a bad car. Never. There's already an umami spirit here. They must be pleased with what we are doing. There is? Oh, yeah. Showed up after Oishi met it in the marshlands. Hey, Flash. Your stream streak gave you away. Welcome into chat. How you doing? The spirits present in Palapori shows that they trust us. The spirits are the life of each flavor. As their worlds are destroyed, so are the spirits. It is why there are no spicy spirits in Solito. That's the ingredient. That's the flavor profile that we can't get to. Spicy. They represent the health of our flavors. It is why we must preserve the harmony of the flora and fauna of each region. If the creatures of that flavor die off, the spirit does too, and once the spirit is gone, the flavor is lost. So there's no spicy. Afraid not. There's no life in the lands anymore, it's just ruins. As we continue our journeys in the wilds, we will seek to find spirits from every flavor in Solito. Much like Flame, they have ancient magic, and they are likely to help us. And oh my god! Oh, I think I bruised my tailbone at that gym yesterday. They had us rolling around on mats trying to do crazy stuff. And now if I sit back, it hurts. It'd be an honor to have them join us here in Palapori. Shall I visit the restaurant today? Yes. Very well, very well. I will see you then. All right. And I need to go talk to the other guy in the cave. I just got distracted. Currently, I'm driving an '09 Liberty, and it feels like a little Wrangler. You know what? I got two opinions on that. I think that it's kind of funny when Liberty owners try to flex that they're Jeep owners, because it's not a Wrangler, right? It's a Liberty. It's their budget car from the early 2000s era, right? But you are not the first person to tell me that they own a Liberty and that they really love it. It seems like it's a really good car. I'm gonna go fill up my coffee. Oh, I love this coffee so much. There's a local coffee shop that I can walk to. They get their beans local from a grower somewhere a little bit west of us in the same state. And I can go there and I can get a fresh cup of coffee and then a bag of some of the grounds to take home with me. And the grounds will last me like 2 weeks, and then I'll go back and I'll get another fresh cup of coffee and another bag of grounds. And it is the best coffee I've ever had. It's so good. I wonder if it's the same grower. So there's another coffee shop way out west of me that I used to get breakfast at, and then I would take the bike out. I would go there. I would throw the bike in the back of my car, and I would go into this little cafe, and I'd have breakfast, and then there's a bike trail right next to it, and I would take the bike out and ride. And they had such good coffee. And they said they got their beans local as well. And I'm wondering if it's the same place. But that's my coffee story. I love this coffee. My stomach is grumbling. Can I come by? No, you may not eat today. I already got a customer. Sorry. I need cube fish. I wonder if I pay this guy in the morning, if he will tell us what's out there, both during the day and the night. I guess we'll find out. Also, we should probably be playing this game, huh? Is that a new record? Do we just get a new record every single time? Oh, I don't know if it's going to tell us. I guess maybe there's no way to tell. Clamors. Oh, we haven't been... Have we been to our farm yet? Hold on. Hold on. There's 2 different stick fish. There's those guys. Oh, there's cube fish. Okay, I do want cube fish. Alright, but we need to visit the farm. How are we doing on eggs? Wait. How do I check my inventory? I've got 8 Delishkin eggs, and I'm probably not going to be using many of them. Yeah, I think we'll save the grubs for fishing for cube fish, since we have some cube fish out there right now. Did I visit the farm? I cannot remember what I did and didn't do. There's no milk, so I think I ran through here and like collected stuff, but I never fed anybody. My bad. I came in here and I watered and then I gathered and then I ran away. Got distracted. Oh. I guess I can only feed 2 of them. This guy's just gonna sit here on this floating pad and never give me anything again. That sucks. If you're ever looking for a car to just have fun with, I would run 100 recommend a Libby. That totally makes sense. I have a story. I once had... I needed a car for winter. I needed something that I could drive. So I had a 94 Mazda Miata, little convertible car, and I had I think it was like a Mazda 3 at the same time as just like my normal, like if I need a different car to drive right? My daily. And somebody came to me, and this was before we knew that the Miata values were going to go crazy. This was before the market was skyrocketing. I might have been part of the reason that it did go so high. I had somebody come to me. I was at a cafe in the morning. I'd driven my Miata to this cafe. I met up with some friends. We were like way outside the city. It was like an hour away. And while we were sitting there, somebody saw my car in the parking lot, took a picture of it, and posted it in a Facebook group saying, hey, I love this car. Does anybody know who this is? I'm looking for one just like it. I'd love to buy one. Funny enough, they were on the way to a Miata shop. There's this local guy that just does Miata work, and that's actually where we were going too, and we just didn't know it at the time. That's why we stopped at this cafe. And he was on his way to that Miata shop to try and buy a car. But he saw mine instead, and he posted in the group chat or in the Facebook and was like, I want this car. And my friend who was sitting with me at the cafe, who's in that group, said, hey, isn't this your car? And I looked at it, and it was. So I got in contact with him, and he's like, I'll give you $10,000 for your car right now. I want your Miata. I had paid $3.5 for it. Now I probably put about 10 in it total, including modifications and stuff. But I was like, damn, this is a $3,500 car. Mods you never get your money back from mods. Like, that's a losing thing if you mod your car. Most people want stock stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'll take 3 times the value of the car for it. Of course I will. So I sold him the Miata. I had $10,000 sitting in my pocket. And I thought, man, if I sell my daily as well, I could probably go buy like a brand new, like at the time, like 2021 or whatever, brand new Miata, an ND. So that's what I did. And I enjoyed it for the summer. And then winter came and I was like, man, I really need a winter car. So I went onto an auction site and I found a $350, like just junker of a car. And I put in a bid on it and I won it, and we drove out to go pick it up, and we we just kind of test drove it in the parking lot quick of this place. It was just this dirt lot, this tiny building, dirt lot, just filled with junker cars, like 2 hours out of the cities. And the brake line blew while we were rolling through their dirt lot. So I went inside. I said, listen, I'm not taking this car. I don't want to deal with that broken brake line. Technically, because I had placed the bid on that auction site, like, it was binding. Like, I wasn't going to get my money back. But at that point, I was like, you can just have my $350. It's not worth it to me to figure out how to get this car home and fix it. So I'm not taking this car. I said, but I didn't tell them that exactly. I was like, I'm not taking this car. Is there anything else that you would be willing to sell to me? And they said, well, we have this Trailblazer, this like 2001 Chevy Trailblazer, sitting in the weeds out by the tree line. Somebody traded it to us, and we parked it out there, and it's been a few months, and we have never touched it. We've never cleaned it. We never did anything with it. And if you want it, you can have it for the same price, because everything else on their lot was like $1,000, $2,000. And I was in there trying to spend like $300, and they're like, you can just take this car for $300. So we went out there and we jumped it with a battery jumper, and it ran and it drove. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll give you $300 for this Trailblazer. There was rat shit in the headliner. Clearly rats had been in there. It was filthy inside and out, but it ran and drove. So I took it home, and we actually stopped for food on the way home and shut it off and ate. And then we got back out, and my friend looked at me like, oh shit, we jump-started this car, and we only drove it for like a half hour before we parked it here for food. We're probably stuck here now. We got in the car after breakfast, and we turned the key. One crank, thing fired right up. Immediately fired up. It was like, hell yeah. So we drove it back. I took my vacuum and some cleaners and some scrubbers, and I cleaned it inside and out. I got it really nice. Took it apart, cleaned it really good, and we just beat on that thing throughout the winter. I don't think the 4-wheel drive ever worked. We're doing like donuts and drifting it and just beating on it because it's a $300 car. We would go to the Target, and we'd pull into the lot and just kind of like park it and purposely roll it into the concrete base of the street of the lights and whatever. Just you hear the crunch of the bumper. It's like, why not? It's a $300 car. One time we were drifting it on the street and lost control and like went into the ditch and like buried it in some weeds. And then he had to go back home and get his truck and like pull it back out and whatever. We just beat on this thing. And it was the most fun winter I'd ever had. And in the spring, I traded it at a dealership for $500 for something else. So I made $150 on it while having the most fun time ever in the winter with this just cheap car that you just beat on. Highly recommend getting a cheap car that you don't care about, and you can just do whatever you want with. Hi, how are you, Pseudo? Hey, Snow, welcome to chat. How you doing? I'm doing good, but I'm not making much progress in this game. I'm having too much fun just chatting and telling stories. Probably outing myself and admitting to things I should have never put on the internet. We can afford all of this. An oven upgrade, pan upgrade, pot upgrade. I need I have 11 to work with, so I could buy the knife upgrade, the pan upgrade, and the oven upgrade. And I know I just need to get a little bit more for the last one. Yeah, let's do that. So I can either get the oven or the pan. I don't know if it really matters. Just do the more expensive one. Now I'm short one to get a composter. Adding compost to soil increases garden bed yield. Oh, okay. Can add another garden bed. Should probably do that, huh? And then we have all these decorations we can buy. I'm not even sure what our current decorations are at. The highest level decoration I can buy is 50, so I guess if there's anything in my shop that wasn't 50, I should come back here and I should buy something. My Libby wasn't cheap, a little about 5 grand. Alright, well that's fair. Probably a much better vehicle than what I was just describing. But, same sort of concept, I suppose. Maybe you're not doing crazy stuff with it, but you definitely have fun with it, and it's not like it's a brand new car you gotta be like super careful with. Like I got a friend who bought a brand new RAV4 and he's just crazy about it. Like only parks at the back of the parking lot because he's afraid of door dings. Never brings it through a touch wash, touchless only, gets it ceramic coated every couple of years, wants to just make sure it's pristine, and brought it into the, only has worked on at the dealership, and one time the dealership scratched the paint and he's still not over it. It's like, damn. It just seems stressful to own a car and worry that much about it. Let's get some flamentos growing here. I already have some growing. I should have already harvested them, I think. So I should have some of those ingredients, but I can't cook with it yet or something. I don't know. Let's see what decorations I have. If anything is less than 50. Got a little knock, but I love it. Hell yeah, that's the way it should be. My first car was a Mitsubishi Montero Sport that had a misfiring cylinder. And I drove that thing every single year for a couple of years, or every single day for a couple of years, and never had an issue with it. Didn't care that it misfired, didn't care that it ran a little funny. It worked every single time I asked it to, and it always got me where I needed to go. Okay, so the things that are on my tables, the Delishkin statue, stack of novels, this is only 25, and this statue, I believe, is only 25 as well. My potted plants are 50. My bookshelves are 50. Wasn't there a third wall item? This one. That shelf is 50. So all my wall stuff is 50, but my table stuff is less. So if they have any table decorations, I should probably take some of those. What's in this one? 25. And over here? What is it? Some sort of sword? 25. Okay, so if there's any table stuff, I can upgrade those. Is that all of them? I feel like I'm missing something. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Oh! Okay, yeah. 50, 50, 15, 50. Yeah, so nothing that I really need unless I wanted to change the actual decorations. Just to change, like, the vibe of the room. Did we ever buy, a dish set? I can't remember. We did, didn't we? I thought I bought matching outfit, door, dish set. How can I tell? How do I change what dish set I'm running? Interact, open, nothing, practice. Interact. Dishes, dishes, dishes. Dishes? How do you change your dishes? Select, talk, book. Let's take a look at where we've been. Oh, is this how... Wait, no. No, this doesn't really help me. How do you... Oh, do you just change it at the shop? Is that what it is? I think it is. Right. Do we talk to them? Paw print dish set. Did I not buy this? Maybe I didn't. Because, yeah, it looks like I can just click which one I want to run here. So I can click on this. Okay. Now we have the paw print dish set there. Does that where does that show up inside of our shop? Finally, the empty pond has a great new use, a spanoot habitat. With the right daily care, we'll all be eating delicious spanoot tails every day. Does it change the dishes in the back? It does! All right. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, let's open shop. What's today's special? Today's special is Cloudberry Jam Toast. Hey, we have plenty of that. Doesn't make us a lot of money. But we'll run it because it does do pretty good with restaurant appeal. We could do the cube fish poke bowl. We have a lot of cube fish now. That gives us 50. 75 coin. Only 60 seconds to deliver. What else do I have a lot of ingredients for? I could do some stuffed mushroom. It doesn't pay, or it pays decent, but it doesn't give us a lot of restaurant appeal. But I think are we gonna hit? Oh no, I'm not gonna quite make it if I do a 25. I need a 50 to get max restaurant appeal. So like that would do it. That might be the better option. All right, let's do it. I don't remember if I asked, have you ever played or heard of a game called Tunic? I have, years ago. It's a beautiful game. I loved that game. But, and I don't know if it would be different playing it a second time, I struggled to understand the game. I actually never finished it. I got to a point where I couldn't figure out what the game wanted me to do next, and I had been having to Google what to do for the last couple of hours. So finally I just put it down and never picked it back up. For some reason, I got super lost in that game and I just couldn't figure out the puzzles or the little hints as to where am I supposed to go next? What am I supposed to do next? I couldn't figure it out. I don't know why. But it's such a good game, and I think that I was doing something wrong. I got lost in the plot somewhere and just never caught back up to it or something. So I probably should give it another try. Oh, I'm not going to make it probably. I should have dropped that log in here. Yeah, I should have dropped the log in this one. My bad. I meant to drop the log in there and then hesitated at the last second. That sucks. Happened to you too? No way. You're saying you also got lost in Tunic a little bit? Oh, I missed one. All right, so it wasn't completely me then. And there is just a little element of the game there where it's possible for that to happen. I feel a little bit better now. I probably could have gotten one more in there, huh? I think I stopped a little too soon. I saw the timer was at 0. I didn't really think about it. There's 2 endings to it, and I wanted the ending that breaks the cycle. Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't get that far. I never knew there was 2 endings to it. Alright, this guy's getting close to not being green anymore. Where's this one going? Where's this? Oh, shit. Well, that might be it for me. Having to turn around there might have cost me the time I needed. We will see. You looked up a vid on how to get to like the last 10 pages of the book. Got it, got it. Yeah, I think if I played it again, I would want to try and figure it out for myself and just see what naturally happens. But once you know too much about the game, once you kind of know the lore and know there's 2 endings, it's hard to not, like, want to do that. But I don't want to, like, spoil the game for myself, you know? We're just admiring the character design. I love this little main character guy. I cannot be a dweller. My mother always yells at me about my tendency to dwell. So I'll move past my anger and on to problem solving. Since you seem to know what people need, where do you think I'm going today? We're going back to the Mojave Desert, my guy. Very astute. Yes, that is where I'll be venturing. Okay, I'm going to use the restroom quick. I'll be right back. Oh my god, it takes me twice as long to get anything done. Because bending down hurts so bad. My legs, my entire leg, upper leg, lower leg, my everything hurts. Everything hurts. I don't know muscle names. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I'm curious if you got to the rooted ziggurat. I have no idea. It's literally been years since I played that game. It's probably been 3 years. So I cannot remember. I need to see the rest of the wheel. We're just going to pick one at random because I need to see the wheel. Okay, so we encountered sweet enemies and spicy enemies, which I believe is the yellow. For sure. So, well, maybe I don't. I've been here. I've been in this apartment for nearly a year, and I played it before I moved. And I played it, and I streamed for almost a year before moving, and I played it before I streamed. So it was at least 2 years ago. I want to say it was about 3 years ago. You should look up the release date and see. Oh man. So I know for sure, I remember for sure I needed a lot of sour and umami because I need to be able to play sour cards to fight the spicy and umami to enhance my sour cards. I remember that. I believe the other encounters were sweet, because I feel like I remember playing salty and then enhancing the salty with bitter. So if I can ignore sweet, which it looks like I should pretty easily be able to do because it doesn't want me to have a lot of sweet in my hand, and just focus on having sour, umami, bitter, and salty, which is actually still a lot. That's 4 out of the 6. But if I can build a strong deck around those 4, that might work. The problem is we might not get all our bonus stamina. I've been focusing on always getting the bonus stamina, and that might limit us this time around because it's not wanting a lot of most of the ingredients that I'm wanting to carry with me. But let's see. So we're starting off with 4 blue. So if we go with a minion meat rice bowl, that gives us another blue, a couple of green and a pink, and I'm not really caring about having pink. This is blue and pink. This is all, everything's gonna have pink. This is blue and light blue. I don't love these recipe bases. I'm gonna put this down again, because what did I want? Anything but sweet, basically. But preferably not more bitter. I already have tons of bitter. Salty's good. They're really, all of them would work, but salty's gonna be my main play for trying to fight those guys. So this one seems like it'd be pretty decent. If I put this down, I still have to have one more dark blue card to get into the desired range for that. This is tempting, though. I can enhance the bitter with some salty, but... and then I could balance the salty with some sweet. Okay, this might work. So we needed some nice, good, salty... Ooh, there's nowhere for me to put a hoopfish if I do this, though. Because I do have a lot of hoopfish, and it's a very powerful card. Each turn this card remains in your hand, it will decrease in value by 1. Yeah, I don't like that. On Trick Win, the caretaker will take -2 less damage from attacks for 3 turns. Okay, so that's what candy coating is doing. Got it. Okay, so what could I throw a hoopfish into if I start over? All progress from Mise in place will be lost. So what does that mean? I'm not quite sure what that means. The board will be cleared and you will be able to choose another recipe base, but all progress from Mise in place will be lost. What does that mean? What's the is there a penalty for restarting, or is it just letting me know that it's clearing the board? Oh, there's nothing. There's nowhere. I could put a hoopfish on this one at the bottom. I could put a hoopfish on this one, but this gives me 2 pink value 3. Well, I could probably use that, I suppose. Nah, I'll stick with this one. And we're going to enhance with... I should probably grow some more amatatos now that I'm seeing I only have 1 left. I don't care about enhancing my evasion, though, so... I could go with Dragon's Breath. I just have to use it when I get it, or it loses its value, which is risky. Or I could go with a seashell. I like that idea a lot. I could put a seashell up here, and then I can put a sweet next to it to balance that. Bub Lizard Guts. On Trick Win, add +1 shield. Okay, I only have one of these, but it's pretty decent. Otherwise, I have a ton of these that are the same strength. When played as an enhancer on a winning trick, do +2 bonus attack. Okay, so are we going to be enhancing? No. That's a sweet ingredient. Sweet ingredients enhance spicy, and I don't have any of that. So I want to throw some rice in here, because really I don't want to be using these cards. I actually don't really need any sweet. I could put 0 sweet in here if I can find a way. Okay. So I really don't need any more salty. I need more salties. I need a salty in my hand so that I have something I can play. But I don't want to use the seashell because it pushed me over. Unless I just put it away from the tomahawk so that it's not enhanced by it. But this lightweight amatado would actually work as well. Let's throw that in, just for now. So that's the top end of our salty. We can't have any more salty. Our bitter's in the ideal range. I really need some sour and some umami in here. I have a lot of headroom for sour. Not as much for umami, but if I place the umami next to the bitter, then it'll... Okay, so this... but if I do that, then that... Okay, so if I place an umami next to this bitter, it's going to kind of equalize both of them, or balance both of them. So I would need to throw another dark blue card into my hand, which I don't really want to do. I have 5 of these. This is a really good card. This would be played as an enhancer to a sour card. On Trick Win, add +1 shield. On Trick Win, when played as an enhancer... Okay, I'm looking at the enhancer ones. Extend the duration of the primary card's effect by 1 turn. Trick Win, Trick Win. Each round this card remains in your hand. Its value increases by 1. Oh, interesting. I don't think I ever paid attention to that effect on this card. So what happens if I put a couple of these in here? If I equalize that, then if I move this away from... I can't... Oh, I can rotate. Can't I rotate? Yeah, I can rotate. I've not been leveraging that. Okay, so if I don't balance it by putting it next to the bitter, then I way overshoot my umami... my ideal umami range. Why is that a different color? It's totally a different color than the other one. Oh, because that's minion meat. This is umami minion meat. This one increases by +2. This one increases by +1. Oh. Okay, so one of them's better than the other. Oh no, what happened? I clicked A to place the ingredient and it changed what I was holding. So I can either, I have 2 options here. I can either overshoot the target range for how much umami I have and lose that stamina bonus, or I can keep it in range by balancing it next to this bitter, but then I will need to place another bitter on the board somewhere
which is going to cause me to have probably too much bitter in my deck for what I'm ideally looking for. So I might just go without the +5 on that. So now I've got 2 of those. I've got 2 umami, which will enhance a bit. Sour. I need sour in my hand. I've got 2 salty, which is going to be my attack against sweet. I've got lots of bitter to enhance salty. I should probably get some more salty in my hand, but I can't. I'd have to overshoot the target for that one too. Well, let's see what I can do about getting sour in here first. I don't have any sour. Cubefish is great. Very powerful attack. Since everything is going to be a combo attack, though, I guess I don't need to worry too much about these being high-value cards, as long as the combo is a high value. This is when played as an enhancer. It won't be played as an enhancer because it'll be... the enhancer will be the umami. This will be the primary card. So I don't know if I really want to play those, because the effect won't ever proc. Each time this card is added to your hand, it's a random value between 1 and 5 is assigned. I could use these. Let's throw a couple of these into my deck. They cause me to have way too much because they're being enhanced. So actually, if I move this over here, that might be better. So I could do something like that. Now I have 3 sour cards that will be enhanced by umami. I have 2 umami cards to do the enhancing with. And then I've got 2 salty cards that'll be enhanced with bitter. And I've got way too much bitter. So I don't want to add another bitter. This might work. Let's run it. I don't even remember serve a mushroom. Shit, I didn't serve a mushroom. I would have preferred something else. Sorry, man. I was focused on trying to build the deck. I didn't even see that you wanted a mushroom. Whoops. Oh, man. I forget that you gotta come over here and close the shop. Is my coffee maker still on? No! It shut itself off. Alright, I better go fill my mug. Maybe it'll still be a little warm. And then, it'll be time to see if this deck is actually as good as I'm hoping it will be. Yeah, it's, the coffee's just warm enough to be drinkable. Like, I can tolerate it. But, I think in about 5 minutes it's gonna be too cold. That's alright. I already had 2 glasses, or 2 cups, so probably had plenty. Alright. So, looking at the paths... Bottom path is going to be all encounters. Top path is going to be kind of a mix. Middle path is going to be all resource gathering. I'm kind of drawing a blank on what I need. Getting ingredients always seems like a good idea. It's also a safe route that avoids... Do we get ingredient? I guess we get ingredients from combat as well, don't we? We take, like, We take like parts of the whatever we fight, right? Like their tails or whatever. So it kind of depends, I suppose, on what ingredients we want to collect. We know that this route here, we did this one last time. We know what the double encounter will be unless it's randomized. And we know that this encounter right here will be a spicy. Let's, I don't know. Let's do the same route as last time and see if we've got a better deck for it. Because that's kind of what we built it for. He's cute when he reaches up for it. Even though he's usually super grumpy. Alright, so I think these are slightly different enemies than last time. They are playing Salty. So we can play Salty as well, right? Yep. And then we can enhance it. So we could actually defeat these guys in one swing. Okay. Might have built an OP deck. I'm just going to say that was much better than last time. This is where we died last time. This is the Spicy. Spicy is balanced by Sour. Our two cards that could have been any value between 1 and 5 both happen to be 5. They can be enhanced by an Umami, and again, it's going to be one and done. It's amazing what a deck can do when you actually focus on how to build it. Okay, now we can choose what we want to do next. Now, I know that I wanted more rocks, more minerals to craft some things, so we should probably go that way. This is also here, though. So one is stone and one is, like, iron. I think the iron is what I wanted more of, actually. So we're going to go south. We're taking a very passive route overall. Wait, what did he say about room for this? This will do. Thought he said he didn't have room for that other thing. I was like worried that this game has like a maximum inventory that I wasn't aware of. All right, next encounter now. Oh no! I accidentally hit discard. That button is just sitting there under my index finger the entire time, and I keep accidentally hitting it. So we had a really good hand for this, and then I got rid of it. So I guess we'll just do it again. That way I have something I can play. This might be like super overkill. That's 13. I could probably play my lower value card. I should be able to do the 3 and then enhance with the 8 to do exactly 12 damage. It does have max inventory for when if you want to return home. Really? Where do you see that? How do you know? Found that out the hard way. No! Where do you see that? Oops. I thought it was going to have me click A to start it. Okay. I don't want to hit B. I'm scared to hit B. If I hit B to hit return to Palapori, does it give me a menu or does it just do it? I'm going to hit it. Oh, there you go. Crowny weight limit reached. They can only bring back 75% of what was found. No, don't do that. And then I found myself face to face with one of our rival denizens. Look who decided to join the fray. What is this? Who are you? This is not your role, sweet denizen. Azure, and pretty sure it is seeing you didn't finish the job and now my lands are under threat. It doesn't sound very sweet. And I was sent here to put a stop to things, and that's what I'm going to do. Look at the size of that sword. We are the protectors of Solido. We will handle this. Oh, get over yourself. You all didn't exactly protect Solido when you used your Hearth Key to destroy the spicy denizens. Jealousy really is a bitter mistress, huh? Just accept some help. None of us want to suffer the same fate. Fine. But if you really want to help, you should go visit Palopori. There's a chef there whose cooking gives you power. See? Does he make cake? Cake? Oh, come on. You start with some dough and then you add all manner of things. Fluffy, airy, energizing cake. That's what I need. But seeing as you don't know what cake is, you definitely don't have any dough back there. Find a hardened donut, plant it, and then cake. I'll pay you all a visit when the wafts of fresh baked goods are picked up on the desert winds. Until then, I'll make do with my sword. There are monsters to defeat, and I intend to best each and every one of them. Okay, we're about to start making cake. As much as it pains me to admit, having another fighter in town would be good for us. I decided I would keep an eye out for a place to gather a donut. I was sure Panko could figure the rest out. But in certain spots, it gives no penalty. Okay. I do not want to lose all the ingredients that I picked up, so I'm hoping we can reach one of those certain spots. Why is everything so sticky here? Crazy sentence to hear at a con. Okay, little guy got eaten by a big guy. Big guy played a sour card. We have to play a sour card to attack, but we can enhance it with an umami, so we will be okay. We never made it to the boss, so it'll be curious to see what all it throws at us. Okay, playing a big ol' sweet card. We can counter that with salty, enhanced by bitter. So far, so good. Another sour. We're going to need to fill our hand. We'll play a sour card as well. Unfortunately, I do not have an umami card to enhance it with, so we will take damage. I could take 2 damage and see if I can pull something useful. There is 1 sour card ready in my deck, so as long as I get that card, but the odds that it's high enough is really low. Like, it'll get a mystery value between 1 and 5. Even if I got a 5 and I enhanced it with an umami 2, which is all I have in my deck, we end up with a total value of 7. So all it does is reduce the damage that I take, if I'm remembering the rules of this game correctly. So this gives me 9 damage, which means this gives me 11, logically, yes. And otherwise, these all proc, no, at turn start, if this is held in the hand, I get 1 stamina. Okay, so I want to hold on to that. On trick win, yeah, no, that's not going to do us any good. When this card is held in your hand, we get an evasion stack. Okay, so, yeah, we basically just want to get rid of this card, I guess, so that it can eventually be re-rolled and maybe become a higher value. Flash Hound put me in the red flannel. Hi, Flash. All right, now we can actually do something. We are going to have to play our cards that are giving us bonuses. But on the plus side, we can do 10 damage. Okay, so we need another salty. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that 1 salty. We'll give it a try. Hey, I got it. All right. Ooh, we only got a level value 1 on that card. That sucks. What does this do for us? When it's held, we get stamina. So we can either do 9 damage or 7 damage. I'll just do the 7 and keep holding the stamina boost. Because that's giving us a slow heal. Alright, so now I need another one of my salties, which are all in the discard pile. So if I do a full discard, I should be able to get those back into my hand, which I did. We're going to have to do a full discard again. All right. So this is giving us a small evade. Enhanced by bitter. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not going to be enough, but this should be. Oh, I forgot that it halves it. It would have been enough. Oh, I could have played the lower value card. Oh well. Oh well, this will still be it. And then I noticed something was stuck to the bottom of the cranbear's paw. Upon it were various recipe notes, but nothing fully described, except a plan to fight bites. It seems your teacher was inspired by the snacking nature of the cranbear and sought to make his own. You got the achievement for defeating the cranbear. And we finished quest. Alright, so do I want to rock or do I want to fight? I think I want to rock. We always need stone. And I'm guessing this is a bonfire so we can safely return. There must be the essence of cake. Oh, this must be the essence of cake. A donut. Oh, shit. We need to make sure we take this home with us. I'm not sure if I'm prepared for life with a warrior, but I'm trying to be more open. We gathered a donut. We should probably continue. We've got a pretty good deck going for us. If we go north, we can get some more iron, which I know I want more of. If we go south, there's this thing. I don't know what that is. I don't know if we've been to this icon. Do we have anything in our thing that'll tell us? Caretakers, quests, us. That is such an adorable portrait. I'm obsessed. No, like, glossary. Shoot. What is this icon? What is this going to be if we go down here? I guess there's only one way to find out. Alright, so playing a salty. I need to play a salty to counter it, and a sweet. That's perfect. I just need to play a salty. Unfortunately, I don't have any salty. So I will be switching over. If I play this salty, that'll do damage to both of them, and I can enhance with a bitter. Can I get it up to 10 to do enough damage to kill them both? Yes, I can. Alright. Such a good deck. Oh, it's nighttime now. I don't have time for a fight. Okay, they've gotten stronger. They're playing bitter cards now. Oh boy. I don't know if I really planned for this. These cards get stronger the longer we hold them. So it might be worth taking some damage now to let these cards grow in value, and then we can enhance it with a sour, although we only have a value 1 sour, which isn't going to do us very good. And this is going to heal us over time. Oh man, how much damage do I take if I play this? Exclamation mark. What does the exclamation mark mean? Does it mean they miss? It does. So we healed a little bit. Oh my god, that guy went up to 6. How did that happen? That's amazing. So now we can play that, and we can enhance it, and we can do 9 damage on these guys. I expected them to go up to 4. I don't get how that one jumped an extra 2 points, but I'm going to take it. And now we can do the same thing again. Wait, isn't that a bitter? Oh, bitter doesn't enhance Umami. Sour does. So what are the odds that I pull a sour card if I fill hand? Probably decent, right? Yeah, there we go. So we'll play this, enhance it with this, and we'll be out of here. How did that turn into a 1? No! 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 I hit the wrong button. It attacked without the enhancer. I was trying to see how that turned into a 1 when I played it as an enhancer. Shoot! There was something I missed. Oh, man. Really? What a waste. I mean, my cards are renewable, I guess. I'll redraw eventually. That is not what I wanted to do, though. Ooh, another new ingredient. Pine squash. This will do. Alright, what the hell is this icon? Then I found my favorite of all the spirits. Bit. We are doing our best. We know what's at stake. Turr. We have discovered the bitter spirit. Okay, so those are spirits. I'm actually glad we came down here. And they give us a bonus. Choose 2 bitter cards and combine them into 1, or exchange a bitter card for stamina. Really? Do I want to instantly heal back up to full stamina, or do I want to make 1 stronger card? Ooh, I don't know. I guess I'll take the healing. And we get double. So this gives us 10. This gives us up to 42. This would give us 16. This would completely heal us. But this is our best card as well. And it gives us 2 stamina. So that gives us healing over time. So I don't really want to get rid of that. I'm willing to get rid of one of these 2. I'll just get rid of the lowest value one, to be honest. Get us back up to 40. I don't know why we needed that. We're about to get to the campfire. Alright, what are we dealing with? I have like a sneeze that's been like on the edge for the last minute. Like I feel like I need to sneeze, but it won't actually come out. And it's been stuck that way for like a minute now. I can play a bitter card, or I can play an umami card to balance them. That'll cut that down to a 2 and a 1 probably. And then I can play a sour to enhance. And then I can hold on to the bitter card, which will give me healing. I can play this and get these down to half health, or I can play this and get these basically done with. Might as well get rid of the 1. The 1's not going to be very useful for me. So it'll be good to re-roll that and get that to be a higher value card. And now I can either play this guy to get rid of him. I could even enhance it if I wanted to. Do I draw back up to 6 at the start of every new encounter? I think so. So I'll just do this and leave my hand alone. Ooh, new music? Was that new music? And a new enemy. I like this creature. I like the design of all the creatures in this game. Alright, so bitter. We needed a... Well, Umami would be good, but we can still work with this. We can play a bitter and then a salty to enhance. I'll enhance with the lower value card, so we keep the evade bonus in our hand for now. Playing another bitter. So now it's time to fill hand and hope we get something useful. Can work with that. Now it's probably worth enhancing. That does an extra 4 damage. Another bitter. My bitter's not quite good enough. And I don't have any salt, so it's time to refill as again. These guys grow in value over time, but I don't have time to wait for that, so instead we're just going to have to go straight for this, for the enhanced attack. It's not what I wanted. I would have loved to let that card charge a little bit longer, but it was enough to avoid taking damage and do a little damage. That card, I don't know if I can quite deal with. I think I can match it so that it is a wash. Nobody does any damage to anybody. Unfortunately, this isn't going to get us any closer to killing the guy. Played a sour. So the only thing I can fight that with is a sour. So I'll need to pull one of my sours. And it's a 1. Okay. And I didn't pull any umami to enhance it with. I think I'm going to take the 2 damage and hope I pull something better. I'm going to discard and fully redraw. Now I've got something I can work with. Again, I would have loved to let this card charge a little bit more. I could. I'm already winning the trick. Yeah, I'm going to let it charge. And now I need a sour. If I fill my hand, I only draw... Do I draw 2 cards or 1 card? I draw 1. Of course, it's not the sour I needed. That's unfortunate. I let that card charge, and now I'm going to have to discard it if I want to do anything with this trick. Because I'm going to have to fully discard my hand and start over. And if I do that, he'll only have 1 health left. I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna let the card charge again, because we're gonna have to do 1 more trick regardless. So hopefully this higher value will help me, and it kind of did. That'll do it. Good final fight. Definitely made me think about all the different combos that you're able to do with the different like flavor profiles. And finally, we've come up to a rest stop. We can return with no penalty, or we could continue on. We do have a lot of good stuff. We have a good deck too, though. Oh man. If we return, then I have to rebuild the whole deck, and this deck has been carrying us really well. But if we continue on, I risk losing some of the ingredients we collected. I think we have to continue on. This deck has been, like, amazing so far. I just don't know what's going to be next. I don't know if it's going to continue to be the same enemies or not. There's only one way to find out. I don't need rest. Questionable. Ooh, okay. Okay, so there's locked paths now. How do we unlock them? Interesting. I'll worry about that in a couple of turns. Alright, what are we dealing with? Okay, played a sweet. I can balance that with salty. Unfortunately, I didn't draw a salty. So, right off the bat, I'm going to have to do a discard and redraw. Salty can be enhanced with bitter. I have a bitter. Bitter also does healing. Do I want to hold the healing and wait? Or do I want to just get rid of this guy in one turn? I'm just gonna do the bare minimum damage and let that healing take effect for a turn. Get us back up to 40 stamina. And then we'll do it again. Give us 41 stamina. Right? Right? I didn't see it go up. I'm hoping we got it. Did we not get it? That's what I was kind of afraid of. Those effects, for some reason, don't take effect if it's a killing blow. That sucks. So, okay, I see iron. I skipped out on getting iron last time. But... oh my goodness, there's so much in this path. I want to go to this book. I don't know, I don't remember what the book is, but I have a feeling I want to get it. But there's also a question mark down here. So... seems like the game really wants us to come down here. Also, there's this icon up here. There's a lot of stuff. We're gonna and there's a spirit here. We can only hit one of them. So we got to do like 4 runs through this place at least if we want to hit everything. Well, I guess we'll go this way and see what this lock is all about, and that'll determine what we do. Because either we go south and we get to the exclamation mark, or we go north and we get to the book. And I'll worry about getting iron later. I can make room for this. Oh, that's what he says. He says, I can make room for this. Okay. Okay, so the lock is indeed a lock. It doesn't even explain it to us. It's just not an option. So we're going for the book this run. Also, that means that mark on the far north wouldn't have been an option either because it's also locked. So the book was really the only place we could go this run. All right, you're playing sweet. I need to counter it with salty. I don't have any salty. So... unfortunately, all that health that I saved up, and I do see it gave us the 41. So it did take effect. It just waited until the next combat to actually show us. But now we can counter it. I can leave this in place and get some healing, or I can play it and be done with this encounter in one move. I could also play this one and be done with this encounter in one move. Oh, and this one gives us stamina on Trick Win. This is great. We'll get 3 healing from this one attack and be done with these guys in one move. So hopefully at the start of this fight we'll see 42. Ooh, only 40. Okay, for some reason... something that I thought was going to proc didn't. I'm not quite sure I understand why. Just gives us a boost in evade, which I don't think I need. They got 14 health. If I play the strongest attack I have, that leaves that guy with 2 and that guy alive. So I'm better off playing this one, which will still kill the guy in the back and leave the guy in the front alive. It's essentially the same results. And he plays a 2. Wow. Alright, easy. On to the book. What is the book? It's you. It's who? Who is that? And it's you? Who are you? That's what I'm asking. The one who is going to stop you from destroying the world. You're coming back to Palapori now. Don't you want to know why I'm out here? Is this our instructor? Honestly, not really. I'm taking you back to Palapori no matter what you say. No one besides the caretaker should be out here. So where's Flame's Hearth Key? Probably somewhere near the remnant, wouldn't you think? So it's not with you? Then how do you have Flame's flame? I thought you didn't care. You're right. It doesn't matter. So are you coming with me, or will I need to drag you back? It matters! Ask him why he's out here, please! I'll come along. No need for violence. It's not like a battle would make you trust me. It wouldn't. This doesn't either. Let's go. Oh, it's forcing us to stop! Okay. Well, I'm glad that we continued. We found Travers. And we got to a spot where we're allowed to go back with everything we collected. Look at all that stuff we collected. Holy shit. I'm kind of upset that it forced us to stop, though. I think we had a really, really good deck, and we could have probably defeated the next boss. Who dat? And how'd you get there? Yo! What a W run. I'm mad that it made us end it. But we found like a major story point, I guess. A major plot point. So it was like, nah, you gotta go back now. Oh, I forgot the game looked like this. Wow. What beautiful graphics. Travers is here? Can you imagine, like, actually being in this room right now? Right? So the whole premise of this is that we are being told the story of this guy's day out adventuring in past tense, right? So I know, like, as the player, we just made the decisions on what happened. But in the game world, Panko fed this guy a meal, and then this guy left for the whole day. And then he came back at night and then said, let's go to the tea house and I'll put on a puppet show and tell you about what happened during my day. So we're sitting here listening to this adventurer tell us this story. And we're sitting here and we're listening and we're listening. It's probably a 15-minute, 30-minute, 45-minute tale. And then at the very end, he says, oh yeah, by the way, I found Travers and now I'm back. We've been sitting here listening to this story for the last 45 minutes in this tea house. And we're like, wait a minute. Travers has been here the whole time? He came back with you? Where the hell is he right now? We've been sitting here the last 45 minutes and you're telling me that my instructor has been back this whole time? Yes, locked up by now, so he can't hurt anyone else. He's never hurt anyone. Why do you have him locked up? Not even Luanos creatures has been eating? That was self-defense. Oh my god, look at how shocked we are. Look how scared we are. It's not self-defense if you're looking for a fight. His chains should be ready. Locked to the patio and right in my sightline. He's under watch. I have to see him. Cranberry research. Cranberry store snacks for extra energy in fights. Perhaps we could do the same. Fight bite? We got donuts, we got Briar Wolf Tails, Cranberry Fur, King Gooba Stingers, Flamadon Tentacles, Fur Growler Meat, Pine Squash. Holy crap. It's like we just... Oops, wrong button. It's like we just unlocked... Oops, wrong button again. There we go. Hold on. Jeez, this is a 2-foot operation. It's like we just doubled the amount of ingredients and options we have in this game. Holy shit, this is a lot to learn. Do you see how many, like, things there are on our quest list in the upper right corner? We found 1 spirit, and we gotta find, like, 6 more. I'm so excited. We're gonna have dough in Palapori. Have you ever seen a donut? Not until tonight. So we plant this donut, and then what? Eventually, the trees will grow little dough balls. You can gather them and then make all sorts of things. If you and that Azure lady are this excited about some dough, it must be good. Alright, let's talk to Thea and see if her and Gia have something for us. It's probably Thea and Gia. Thea and Gia? Thea and Gia. I'm going with Thea and Gia. Okay, there's 4 more. 4 more spirits. The umami spirit, sweet spirit, salty spirit, and the sour spirit. We know where one of them is, but it's a locked path. We also need to find the Fenpires. I really want to find the Fenpires. And we need to talk to Travers outside the tea house. Yes. Where are we going to plant this dough? It said tree, so I'm hoping it doesn't need one of our bathtubs. He is locked up. Travers, are you okay? I'm fine. I see you have mushrooms in town. How delightful. Where have you been? Are you safe? You look okay, but you've been gone for so long. I'm okay, Panko. These big mitts can take care of themselves. I mostly stay hidden. But you were fighting all these creatures. I was observing them. I found a couple minion, but only the small ones. Why didn't you just come home? Curiosity got the better of me. When the first remnant unlocked, I followed the light to see what happened. Once I was out there, it was hard to make my way back. Do you know who's doing this? Well, I know it's not me, but that's not something that can be believed in words. Just keep helping the caretakers and they'll help us. He's so peaceful. So not worried about any of this. Also, we changed the entire theme of the restaurant, and it appears maybe his outfit changed to match because the colors are like spot on. I'm curious now, if I go change my outfit, will his outfit change as well? Right here. Hello. I would like... Oh, I suppose the default outfit is the same colors, so he's just wearing the default. It just so happens that the thing we chose to wear is also pink. Alright, I have my doubts now that his change will follow. But we can try it. If I change the flavor smoke, and then I go visit him... yeah, I don't think that changed. I am going to wear this one for a while, though. This is really nice. I do like the smoke. We have a reward to collect. Oh, 10 wood. Okay. I can feel the swirls of inspiration emanating from your mind. Is it true? Do you have an idea? Well, yeah, I do, but it's more Traver's idea. That's no problem. He was your teacher, after all. I'm sure you inspire each other. So what do you think you know? I know that Oishi and Kaylin need snacks while they're in the wilds, and this little paper from Travers talks about a way to capture that magic in a little tin that they could bring with them. Ah, like a clam. I guess so, but metal. So I can put whatever I want in there and then seal it up for them to take along. Ah, yes, but of course. Let me see. I have done it. A plan is devised. The Fight Bite contraption is ready for building when you want it. The Fight Bite machine only costs 400 coins, no materials. We can finally buy a dough guaro tree. Definitely going to want to do that. And a fishing rod upgrade. No way. Buy it, buy it, buy. Oh, oops. I think I accidentally just bought 2 trees. And the fishing rod upgrade. Give it to me. And we can buy the composter. Let's do that. We're just going to unlock everything. And the pan upgrade. Oh my goodness. We brought back so many things. All right, so let's take a look at what we got. It'll only take a moment for this donut to sprout. It'll take a moment for this donut to sprout. And with that, it is done. All right, perfect. So now we have 2 of these trees. We got some fresh dough. And we got a composter. I unlocked it, but I don't really know what I want to do with it. I guess we can just throw some leaves in there. We have like a lot of leaves and some food scraps. Where do we get food scraps? What is food scraps? I'm not sure I'm familiar with that. These are all ingredients. I don't think any of these would count as food scraps. Light the remnant in the Mojave Desert. Complete the Mojave Desert sealing ceremony. Find the fen spires and find all the spirits. Okay, so everything that we need to do involves going back on another adventure. We're coming up on 3 hours for stream here. I don't know if I've got one more adventure in me today. But we do need to at least finish today. Try this upgraded fishing rod. Oh, no! Really? I just upgraded the fishing rod, and there's not even a far pool for me to try it out with. Alright, well, let's see what the new max distance is. I'm assuming I'm going to overshoot this if I go all the way to the end. Oh, yeah. So much further. Alright, so everything just changed. Now we've got to relearn all the distances. I don't even know what this fish is. I don't think I've ever cooked with this fish. Spirefish. Maybe I did make one meal with the spirefish, actually. I'm a huge fan of cube fish and the round. I don't know what those. What are those called? Ring fish, round fish, O fish. These are super useful. Even though the second one's really hard to fit in a dish. Oops. I was trying to click A to dismiss that menu and it went away on its own. A hoop fish. Alright, no more of those. And buying the upgrade to see what's in the fish, or what's in the water, does work for day and night if you buy it in the beginning of the day. Good to know. I cannot remember if there's anything else I need to do before I go to bed. Should probably check the cave. These night blossoms were actually really useful. That was a good card. I don't know why that one changed from like a 5 to a 1 when it was used as an enhancer, and then later I used another one as an enhancer and it didn't do that. Maybe just a visual bug? Or maybe I was just crazy and it didn't do that. I think I've gathered what I need. There might be a couple ingredients here and there, but I've done most of the important farming. I know for sure I should check the cave every time. I know for sure I should check the trees every time now that I have them. These you deal with every morning. Actually, everything in this area you deal with every morning. I'm not quite sure what to do with these guys. I probably am missing some opportunity to make some really crazy meals. But I think we can just wrap things up. Let's go to bed. Welcome to day 9. Just tell me where the hearth key is. That's probably with the one who's opening the remnants. So you have an accomplice. I don't think that's what he's saying. It's not what he says, it's what he's done. But we don't know what he's done. Exactly! We'll have our answers soon. Let me see what's going on today. I have nothing planned for this entire Saturday. I'm gonna message someone, see if they want to do something. I have a zoo membership, so we can get into the zoo for free. Go to the mall. We can go to the mall, but it's a nice day out, isn't it? I haven't even looked. I haven't even seen outside. It says it's cloudy right now. I have my doubts. I'm gonna look outside real quick. Hold on. Maybe it is a little cloudy. Okay. But the clouds are supposed to disappear within the next hour. And then it says it's going to be perfectly sunny and up to 90 degrees all day today. That might be a little warm for the zoo. Whoa. But holy crap. Which button is it? This one. It's going to be 95 on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday coming up here. 93 on Thursday and back down to the low 80s by next weekend. We had a whole week of rain last week, right? Like it was raining for all of AC, and then it was raining. It was raining at home. It was raining in. It was raining at AC, and where else was it raining? We checked the third place. And it was like all week. Like the forecast, if you pulled, I like took a screenshot of it because it just said rain for the entire week. And now it's the opposite. We've got an entire week of nothing but sun. Let me see what he said. Might be able to squeeze one more day. Says he's doing something for a little bit here. He didn't say yes or no to doing something. He just said he's got something going on for the next couple hours. Is there only one? Only one of those, what did I pick up? They dropped something inside their pen. It was like their fur or something, right? Whoops. This, right? Fur, used for making various clothing, banners, and curtains. Oh, okay, so I don't care too much about that. How am I doing on eggs? Still got 8 of them. I haven't really used them. I'd probably be better off trying to make some of these treats. Looks like I have not ever made one of these. So let's do that. I haven't made one of these. Let's do that. And I need one more of those tails to make the last treat. What kind of tail is that? I need a Flameodon tentacle. Okay. I still don't know how to add food scraps to this thing. The only interactable item is add leaves. Alright, here, have a rotten treat, and you can have a shield treat. Thank you. Where's the egg that you dropped? All the way over here? Rotten egg. Each turn this card remains in your hand, it will decrease in value by 1. Alright. Let's check the cave. Where's the cave? I'm lost. There's 2 things that want my attention over there. There's a thing over there that wants my attention. Jeez. I'm definitely not going to take the most optimal route for the city here. I'm going to check the cave since I found it. Just a mushroom, it looks like. I don't really care about those plants down there. I've got plenty of them. Have I been here? Oh, I don't think I've ever taken this little route here. I see a plant down there. Grow 80 plants in the garden. Done. this guy. That's what I saw earlier, a peak leak. I'm sorry about Kalen. I understand his fears. I should have come back, but I was so excited about all the new possibilities I just kept following my nose. The best way for you to help me is to help them. Alright, good talk. I don't understand why you have to chain Travers up. I needed to remove a variable from the wilds and prevent him sneaking back out there. It's for all of our protection. We'll know the truth soon enough. The remnant is not far now. Shall I visit the restaurant today? Yes. Yes, we had a very good deck last time, and I want to do it again. We haven't really interacted with this guy in a while. I've got my general stock over there, but you can place a special order tonight if you need anything specific. Oh, tonight. Okay, so I gotta talk to him at night. I don't really need this stuff. I'm not gonna build a deck with any suite. I want to repeat the last deck because it worked really well. Oh, shoot. Oishi wanted to talk to us as well? I completely missed him the whole time I was in the farm. We did it. We got Travers back. Back? He's locked up. Temporarily. Temporarily. It's just until Kalen realizes he's wrong. That's never going to happen. We just have to show him he's wrong. First step, lock the remnant. My stomach is grumbling. Can I come by today? No, sorry. Sorry, bud. We're going to try and do a repeat of yesterday's deck because it worked a little too well. The only thing that stopped us is that the game made us stop. I've been practicing. Oh, shoot. I clicked that way too soon. Oh, that was a close one. I think unless you miss one click and still win. That was fantastic. If I do say so myself, my little Gertie flew beautifully for the... Wait. Wait. You won? What do you mean you won? I reached a higher height, didn't I? That was my win. The game knows it. I guess I could have looked at the numbers. I didn't look at the numbers in the bottom. But I feel like I should have won that last one. And we got a third small climbers tag. Still only 25 restaurant appeal though. So I don't really need that. Doesn't really, I'm not gonna like place that one to help me. I'm not gonna replace any of the stuff I already have with that one. I'm being told that there is a festival in Chaska today that my friends might go to. That's not until later. Ooh. What fish do I want? Do I care? Do I care what fish I get? I just want, if there's the really far away pool, I want to hit it. Like that guy. I've never been able to reach those before. Okay, spirefish. Have that already. That is a massive spirefish. There's got to be something else in that pool though, right? I could have spent 50 coins to know for sure. But I'm just going to gamble that there's a new fish in this pool. Spirefish. Okay. Cool. If I get a 4th spirefish, I'm walking away. Okay. Thank you, game. There is a chance the only thing in that pool right now is spirefish. I don't know, and I don't want to spend 50 coins to find out. I'm just going to walk away. There will be another opportunity eventually. I'm trying to think if I remember... Oh, there's something over here. Hold on. Let's see what I can come up with. Ah, fight bite bag. Fight bites are go-to snack or to-go snacks. Caretakers can take with them into battle. They have a variety of effects to discover. Create fight bites at the fight bite machine in the restaurant. Assign fight bites to caretakers after mise en place. Use them to your advantage in combat. Okay. And we have not discovered any of them yet, so we could have looked at the tutorial to kind of learn a little bit about what some of them do, because it had some of them unlocked. Well, let's just see. Increase base attack for +2 for 1 turn. Should we just make every single one that we can? Why not? Increase base attack by +5. Instantly copies the active effect on the front monster and applies it to the back monster. Really? Interesting. Okay. The next fill hand used will cost 0 stamina, gain 3 stamina, gain 6 stamina, instantly become immune to negative or damaging effects from monsters. Instantly gain a small boost to evasion for 3 turns. Not entirely sure what evasion does for us, but I'm guessing it's what allows us to get that exclamation point once in a while and take no damage. Instantly put active monsters to sleep for 1 round. That's useful. And the rest we need more ingredients for. I had one of these, but I spent it. And this ingredient we haven't even discovered yet. Alright. I am not going to remember those. I'm going to completely ignore that those exist for the rest of the run. Return ingredients. No. I want to cook the ingredients. Make 5 shots in a row in any pot. Okay. Oh, crap. There's walls. Okay, I guess we're going for the bottom one. Oh! Shoot. Oh, okay, we're done. All right, we've unlocked that recipe. 2 more to go. What are you going to have me do for this one? Oh, fry it up. Okay. Burn each piece once within the time limit. No more, no less. Really? All right. Got that one done. Now I got to get that one in the back so I can get the rest. There you go. They're all burnt. Now there's not done? I thought it was just going to end as soon as I got it all done. Now I have to protect them all for the next 5 seconds. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, stay. Holy crap, these are getting challenging. On Trick Win, the player must destroy a card from their hand at the start of the next round. Okay, so this is a value 7 card, but it has a huge negative effect. Each ingredient to at least 50% without reaching 100? And there's 3 of them. Oh man. These are not making any progress. That's gonna go over. Yeah, we're not going to make this. What the hell? What? No matter how many times I do this, I still feel like I can improve. Did that mean that I spent it then? Okay, no, I still have it. What? How? It missed! Well, there we go. That's probably it for that one. What did it even hit? It hit, like, the metal. Come on, cook. If I didn't miss that one ingredient, that would have been it. All right, we'll try this again. Line myself up a little better. Oh, it's hitting the other ingredients or something. This one is so high. I should be paying attention to that. I should be paying attention to how... Oh no, this one needs two... Oh no! That one stopped cooking 2% short. I should be paying attention to which ones need to reach a higher level and put the bigger ingredients in there, like the wood. Okay, so this guy, they're all nice and short. This could be it. This could be the one. We'll drop the wood over here. Put the wood in this one. Oh, it's just going to be wood. Okay, it's all wood. This is it. This is the one for sure, right? I'll drop one more in there for good measure. It missed! Holy shit, 50% on the dot. If cooked improperly, the tentacles become very chewy. Okay, good to know. On trick win, the target becomes weakened. Weakened, take an additional 2 damage per attack. I like that. That's a good ingredient. Must be why we only had one of them. Ah, we got a food scrap. Okay, things are making sense now. This is a new base. I want it. Oh, wait, it's all sweet. Ooh, it's all sweet. Okay, fine. Give it to me. Got a dumpling. This is a recipe base. This is for feeding. Ah, we got the cake. Okay, so now that we have the cake, we should be able to get our new adventurer soon. New patron meal. Oh, those were both recipes. Never mind. This is the patron meal. This is what we serve to people. Soup is in season. Anything else? Anything else we can unlock? Aha! I've done it. I've made cake. It smells as good as I remember. You've had cake before? A queen cake, to be precise. Used to be made at the rise of the second moon to mark the end of the season of the sun. All cakes are delicious. The call of cake is hard to fight. I'm sure the sweet caretaker will be here soon. It's true. Cake is so hard to say no to. So many restaurants out here get me with that stuff. Like, I'll go in for lunch and I'll be like, I'm just going to have something small and healthy and I'll be fine. And then they'll have like cookies sitting at the checkout or cake sitting at the checkout. And I'm like, you son of a bitch, I'm in. Give me a slice. Pseudo the chef. We're making things over here. The bitter flavor spirit's here to hang out. So we have 2 flavor spirits now. We have that guy and we have this guy. Okay, right. So that guy says Uma and then me. And this guy says bitter. Oh, yeah. I get it now. What was I going to do? I don't remember what I was going to run out here and do. There was something I was going to do before I opened the restaurant. Oh, I was going to do the compost. I think I went the wrong way. Oh well, we're here. Compost. Add food scraps. Add food scraps? I didn't know we had 2. Alright, I don't know what it does now. I guess we'll just walk away and wait, because there's no other button I can click to interact with it. What do you got? Sweet minion meat. I'll buy this. These are useful. Bloom shrooms. I don't have any of these. I don't really want to add more bitter to my hand, though. We start with a lot of bitter with our current adventurer. I don't think I want that. Do I want that? I don't think I want that. Delishkin, minion, bitter minion. I don't want more bitter, and I don't want sweet. One trick when the target becomes slow. Everything out here is sweet. I don't want sweet or bitter. I mean, everything out here is bitter or sweet. All right. Well, let's see what we can do. Something we can do a lot of. What's the special? I like that special. Let's get rid of those cloudberries. We've only got 37 of them. And then let's make some money. Let's do a cubefish pokeball. We don't have enough ingredients for that. I want to do stuff that I have lots of ingredients for, so that I'm saving my ingredients for adventuring. We'll do Delishkin salad for sure. We'll do a minion steak, and that maxes us out and leaves us with plenty of ingredients for stuff. Let's do it. The only games that don't make me want to put my head through the drywall are Tunic and Beastro. That's fair. That's super real. I love both of these games. They're like little puzzly, but not like... Well, I guess I did get a little lost in Tunic, but I still wouldn't necessarily describe it as like a frustrating puzzle. Like, I spent a lot of time just running around that game trying to figure out what I was supposed to be doing, and I wasn't super frustrated by it because I was just so immersed in the peaceful environment of the game. I think that's what really sells it, is that they're puzzle games that have like a super peaceful, engaging world to them that allows you to just kind of like hang out and just kind of enjoy your time trying to figure out the puzzle. You don't feel stressed. You don't feel anxious. Is that a perfect score? Did I just get a perfect score? My buddies enjoy suffering. They play Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, see, so I used to love Call of Duty. I played so many hours of Call of Duty growing up on like the PlayStation 3. And I liked those kinds of games where it was just like play round after round after round after round, immediately respawn, just try to get better at a simple thing. I feel like newer, like, competitive shooter games, they have too much to them that I don't care for them much anymore. Like, a lot of the games, they all have like special classes, special abilities, people can go invisible, people can fly, there's all these different weapons, there's too many modifications, it's too much. I liked when I basically picked between 3 different guns. I either ran an SMG if I wanted to be fast, an assault rifle if I wanted to have punch, or a shotgun if I wanted to be like defense in a specific location, like if it was a area control game. And then it all came down to like whoever had the faster reflexes won. That's pretty much all that mattered. Now there's way too much. I don't like those games anymore. So I've moved on to playing more like story-focused games, ones that have really immersive worlds, which sucks because sometimes I want to play games with friends, and finding a good like co-op campaign game is difficult. Really, the only good ones out there are like roguelites and roguelikes, which I do love. I love those types of games. Hot take: Battlefield 6 is a good game. I have never played it. I played one Battlefield game like 10 years ago. I didn't care for it, and I haven't touched another one. Ooh, that's a big ingredient. That might push us over. Oh, yeah. We're a little too... I didn't realize that one was already at 100%. Oh, come on. Yes! Right in the nick of time. That's it. Did we do 3? I didn't really pay attention. I guess we did do 3. All right, so let's see here. They're kind of spread out. We've got 2 claws on that side, 1 claw on this side, 2 blue things on that side, 1 in the distance. The Pokeballs are both... Okay. Feel like I'm ready for this. Feel like I got it. Get the claws done with the left. Get the cakes done on the right. You ever tried Deep Rock Galactic? Yeah, I have a couple 100 hours in Deep Rock Galactic. I got very close to getting all the achievements in the game. And then we kind of put it down. My friend group kind of moved on from it. And I've had a hard time getting back into it. Like, I love that game. I really, really loved that game when we played it. It was pretty much all we played for a long time. But now when I pick it back up, I've kind of forgotten some of the controls and I've forgotten all about all the classes that I built for myself and stuff, and I feel like I'm having to like restart all the learning, where I don't want to restart all the learning. I want to continue where I left off, which was doing the like highest difficulty runs and going for the final achievements. So I'm having a hard time getting back into it, but it's a really, really, really good game. All right, let's pay attention. I got some exciting news for you. What's my exciting news? See this contraption? It lets me make food for you to take into the wilds. A little treat for you to keep them. I call them fight bites. You're telling me I have to eat more? Well, you don't have to, but now you can eat out there and hopefully make even more progress. You love progress. Fine. This does seem like a good idea. There you go. Okay, let's get you ready for the day. Since you seem to know what people need, where do you think I'm going today? We're going to continue where we left off. Okay. He wants a bulb bowl. Well, that's too bad, because you're probably not going to get one. I don't even have the ingredients to make a bulb bowl, so too bad. I don't have any kabagi. Why do I not have any cabbage? How did that happen? We're going to try and do a repeat of last time. We could throw sweet in there if we wanted to, but the last one worked so well. We might just focus on that again. What's the other recipe we unlocked? Probably something down here we can't make. Oh yeah, it's all sweet. We're giving you a steak, man. Sorry. They're just so good. We could have spicy. We could unlock spicy. We have spice. Wow. Okay. Spicy counters sour. Spicy also works to fight spicy. For me, different controls aren't hard to pick up because I try to make them all similar. See, I thought about doing that for a while, trying to like change the controls of each game to make them similar, but I feel like the designer of the game has a reason for putting the controls the way they did, so I try to just learn the controls. I feel like most of the time that I change controls, I realize like a couple hours in, it's like, oh, I can see why you had the buttons where you had them. Also, it's really hard then to like communicate with other people, right? Like if somebody new is playing and they're like, how do I do this? And you're like, hit X, but the default controls is a completely different button, then you can't help them anymore. So I try to just run the defaults. Do I want to throw some spicy in here? No. We'll save it. We'll save it. I just want to run what we ran last time. Which means I need an amataro. It actually wants me to put some spicy in the dish. But I don't want to do that. What I want is some sour, some umami, and some salty. We can put a little bit more salty in here. It wants us to put more salty in here. Salty is enhanced by bitter. Not that I need to enhance it to reach my goal. We need a lot of sour and a lot of umami, which is good because that's what I want. So now we can actually run some high value cards. Let's throw some sour in here. Let's enhance it with some umami. What can we do? We could throw a Flamato in there on Trick Wind, power up for 1 turn plus 2 attack power. Super useful, super good. Let's do that. Let's throw these guys in here. These were super useful last time. Throw a couple of those in there. We don't really need to enhance them this time, so I can just put some sweet umami over here. On Trick Win, attack value is converted into healing. Yeah, that's one of the new ones we unlocked. That'll be useful. Put that in our hand. I'd like to have one more green. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. It doesn't need to be anything we don't have a ton of. We could go with the minion meat. What's it going to do to all our values, though? We're good if we put this in here. We're still good. And then, so I've got green and purple to enhance each other. I would like at least one more salty. And so would the bonus staminas. So this works out perfect. See what I got for salty that'll fit up here. We got one more Amatado we could bring with. We got the Dragon's Breath, Seashell. When played as an enhancer, are we going to be using salty as an enhancer? Not really. It's usually going to be the attacker. I don't want to have a card destroyed. Well, oops. We might do that and then put this shell here. What happened? It did that to me again. I click and it changes what I'm holding. Alright, so let's see. Bitter is in range, salty's in range, sour's in range. We're not going for sweet. Umami's in range, and we're not going for spicy. I think this is about as good as it's going to get. Let's run this. We already know he's going to complain about it. It's not the dish he wanted. Oh, he said it was tolerable. Very nice. 50 stamina. I like that. And I really like the hand we have built for ourselves. This is a powerful deck. All right. See how far the game will let us get with this guy. Oh, wait. Going back. Let's close it up. Should we harvest now? He wants to talk again. Have you noticed how much joy you bring others when you meet their cravings? Yeah, they seem quite happy. Your bond grows stronger when you build meals that match what the caretakers want. Cooking is a way to show you see someone and you care about them. I bet they're growing stronger each time you meet their cravings. Oh! I see. So it makes sense, obviously, that there's a benefit to making the dish that they want you to make for them. I wonder if that, little interaction there would have always happened. It's, pre-programmed to happen on day 9 night cycle. Or if the game threw it at us because I didn't meet their cravings 2 times in a row. And it's like, hey, maybe you should consider doing that. There's a benefit to it. My bad, game. Another achievement. What did we do this time? Use 50 ingredients. Oh, okay. Got it. Some of these we haven't even started yet. I guess this is 0 out of 1, so it'll just be instantly completed once we get it. Ah, nice. Plus 25. I don't really care about the plus 25 because I don't think you've given me any new places to place things. Should we go fishing? Let's go fishing real quick. I'm hoping we unlock something new. I want a really far pool that we weren't able to get to before. There it is. Give me something new. A whalefish. All right. That looks like an umami ingredient because it's green. Holy shit. I was wondering how big they would get considering it's called a whalefish. And a string jelly. Okay, so we're getting a lot of sweet ingredients. We've just unlocked, or we're about to unlock the sweet adventurer. We unlocked cake. We're getting a pink fish that's almost certainly a sweet ingredient. The game is really going all in on sweet. I kind of want a new record whalefish. I want to see if it'll just fill the whole screen. That is a massive string jelly. I really would like to know, like, the range. How big are these records? What is something that's actually really crazy to see? There it is. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, it's a bitter fish. And that is a sweet fish. Okay, so we got that one right. Bitter and sweet. The game's all in on bitter and sweet. All right, last run of the day. I'm feeling pretty good about this deck. There's a third option. Did you have fight bites? So we can choose right now whether we want to go in with a fight bite or not. They're not necessarily available for us later. We have to put them in our bag now. I don't feel like I need them. I think I'm okay. So we can start at the beginning, or we can start here. I really don't have a reason to go back to the beginning, so we'll start here. Now... Oh, the locked paths aren't locked anymore. Okay, so I wonder if the locked paths was to force us to discover the next adventurer. So the book is like a major plot point, and you're forced to go to the book the first time that you're in a new area. Now we can go anywhere we want. The exclamation mark is still calling out to us. So that's probably where we should go. And then I'll have to come back in the future to get this spirit. I should probably be looking at the maps to see if there's any other spirits that are waiting to be picked up. Spirit, spirit, spirit. I do see this over here. That's an interesting icon. I'm not seeing any spirits here. There is that spirit there, but we got that one already, right? So I don't know if going back to it, we get a new spirit, or not. I'm not going to worry about it this time. I'm going to get the exclamation mark taken care of. We'll have to go spirit farming next week. Alright, starting off with a sour, which we can fight with spicy, which we don't have because I purposely didn't put any in my hand, or we can counter it with another sour. Unfortunately, we don't have any sour, so right out of the gate, we're losing 2 health. Alright, playing a sweet, which we can counter with a salty and enhance with a bitter if we wanted to. Really no reason to do that. On trick win, Caretaker will take -2 damage for 3 turns. Yes, let's go ahead and play that. Get that effect active. Hopefully that carries into the next round. Oh, we actually are going to need to play both cards in order to win this trick. Hopefully that sticks with us into the next fight. We'll see. Alright, where am I trying to go? I'm trying to go down. Okay. We got a sweet. We want to play a salty. We got a bitter. Ooh, okay. So this one I don't think we can fight in the same hand. We're going to take some damage. This... We can either play the umami to fight the bitter and a sour to enhance it. So we'd get that down to a 6. We have a 3. We could play it to a 9. Difference of... Okay, so... We could do like 7 damage to the guy in the back, I believe is how that math works out. Or we can just hold on to this, let this grow in value. We can play a... We could probably get rid of the guy in the front, right? If we play this... Ooh, we're 1 short. We're 1 short and we take 13 damage. Back this up a second. What happens if instead we do this? Then we take only 8 damage. Okay, so we're getting hurt no matter what here. But at least we keep the blue card, which should give us healing. Hello there, Handlebars. Hey, Magnum, welcome into chat. How you doing? You caught us on our 3rd run and final run of the day here. Okay, we're only taking 7 damage this time instead of 11 for some reason. Might as well, right? Because then we can refill our hand. Oh, he missed. Interesting. So the sour guy, we need to play a sour card to fight. If we do that, we can get rid of him. But then we take the... Oh, we only take 3 damage from the guy in the back. He played a really weak card. Actually, they both did. Or we play this. And we could... Oh, he has 18 health. We can only do 12.
Hydrate, you bastard!
I think
Hydrate!
we'll just get rid of the guy in the front.
Straightening, yeah, straightening.
Alright, hold on. I gotta focus. We gotta play a sour card. How big of a card do I need to play? Okay, that does 5 damage. This is not strong enough to kill him, so we'll do that. We'll take 3 damage. We'll get rid of the guy in the front. We'll be good. Hydrate and stretch. Magnum, you're gonna kill me. Stretching hurts right now. Oh man, I'm so sore. Which means I probably should be stretching, but everything is painful. All right, let me hydrate real quick. throwing luggage as is usual. You're throwing luggage right now? How are you watching this stream? Being sore is no good. I started going to this gym, and it's a, like, instructor-led classes, and they are just killing me with these exercises. It's good though. It's I should be doing it. I don't have any oh wait, I don't need umami. It's enhanced by salty. That'll do it. On trick win, we take 2 damage. Yeah, let's do it. Get rid of him, get that bonus. Got out of the aircraft a literal minute ago. I'd say let me help you come stretch you out. Put him out of this chest and chest. Jesus Christ, man. That's okay. I appreciate the offer. You work at an airport? I don't think I knew this. Okay, we need that guy's ingredients, actually. That's the thing that we only had 1 of last time. Ground crew? That's really cool. Do you like it? How long have you been doing it? We need to play a salty. Ooh, I don't have any salty. Rough start. We'll be taking 2 damage to get new hand. Oh. Okay. Actually, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Hey, Paw Inspector. Long time no see. How you doing? One of the jobs you can't automate. True? I mean, I feel like it's somewhat automated with, like, conveyor belts and stuff, right? We need another salty. What are the odds I pull another salty card? Not great. We're just going to take the 2 damage. Get a whole new hand. Now we've got something we can work with. That'll do 10 damage to him. Get rid of him. I'm all right. How about you? I'm doing well. It's been a pretty good last couple of months. I'm enjoying work. It's feeling fulfilling. Going to cons, looking for a new apartment or townhome to move into. Living with friends has been pretty fun. It was really rough first moving into this apartment, but once I got one of my friends to come in and join me as a roommate and kind of got a little bit more comfortable, it's been good. I've enjoyed the last year or so. 2026 so far has been decent. I'm enjoying getting into streaming a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit here and there. I want to apologize for just how much of an imbecile I am. What'd you do? Conveyor belts only get you so far. You have to do some Tetris inside those tight cargo spaces. You know what? That's fair. I didn't really think about that. It makes sense that you want a human to automate, or I mean optimize, that's what I meant to say, optimize the usage of the available space and consider all of the, well, I don't know if you have to make these types of decisions, but like consider the like weight limit and weight distribution of the aircraft to make sure it's properly loaded. Let's see, counter with salty, enhance with bitter. He's only got 10 health, so that'll do it. One and done. That's what I like to see. It's a bag on top of a bag. More than a top sandwich. What do you mean by that? What does that sentence mean? It's honestly Tetris, but you put your back into it. So you get to game and work out at the same time. Sounds like a win-win. I finally got around to editing and uploading the VOD of us playing Blood on the Clock Tower. I really want to do it again now, if anything to redeem my incompetence. I haven't played Blood on the Clock Tower in like over a year now. It is fun, but there's so much anxiety involved in playing that game. I just haven't had the energy to jump back into it and organize another stream of it. but I will keep that in mind if I ever do feel like jumping into it. I don't know though. I mean, well, probably not, but if I ever do, I'll let you know. I'll keep it in mind for sure. Ooh, spicy and sweet. I cannot counter both of them at the same time, but if I get rid of the guy in the front, which I don't have any umami to enhance that attack. I don't have any salty to attack the guy in the front. Ooh, not a great start. If I play one of these, I do 6 damage, I guess, because I did half his value. But I think I can do better. Do I risk taking the damage and pulling a new hand? I'm having a hard time processing it. I'm just going to go for it. Now I can do a 5 and a 4. That should definitely get rid of the guy in the front. Ooh, no, it only does 11. Shoot. I do have a salty and a bitter as well. I might be able to get rid of the guy in the back. The numbers are a little bit higher. I would be getting rid of my passive healing, though. Oh, it only does 11 to him, but I only take 8 damage. Alright, this is what we'll do. There's a certain visceral hatred that you develop for soft-shelled two-wheeled bags, though. Really? Because that's what I own. I have soft-shelled two-wheeled bags, and I much, much, much prefer them as an owner and traveler over those four-wheeled hard-shell bags. I specifically searched for soft-shell two-wheeled bags to buy. I don't want to own a hard-shell bag. Watching it back, you were correct. I absolutely did not understand what we were supposed to be doing for the 3 for 3s. I straight up did it wrong. I don't even remember it, Pa. I do not remember the details of our games. It was so hard to watch back knowing Ari was just floating there watching silently, judging that they just explained what it was, and I did not understand it. Oh, you poor thing. It's definitely okay. Everyone was learning it. Everybody was new to the game. I don't think anybody really cared. I'm just glad that you want to play it again, so you enjoyed it ultimately at the end. Or maybe you just want to redeem yourself. I don't know. But okay, so what do we got going on here? Sour v sour, sour counters spicy. This is actually a hand I can deal with. If I play this, we get rid of the guy in the back, we do 8 damage to the guy in the front. If I enhance it, then we kill them both. Let's do that. And we've made it to the exclamation point. Okay, what is this going to be? As ground crew, we will just throw those soft harder than the hard ones, especially if you stretch foil over it. What do you mean stretch foil over it? What does that mean? Also, every single person I know that owns a hard shell luggage bag has a dent in it somewhere. Those things are beat to hell. Then again, every time I've traveled with my soft shell bags, something gets squished and damaged inside of it. If I ever pack like some kind of like shampoo, for example, that will get squished, it'll pop open, and it'll spray all over inside my bag. I don't like flying at all. It seems like every time you fly, something gets damaged. I should have treated it like 2 truths and a lie. That would have made more sense. Yes. Maybe. I don't even remember what 3 for 3s are supposed to work. My, what big teeth you have. Also, yeah, I definitely overthought the game, and it made it far more stressful for me than I feel like it should have been. That's totally valid. It's more of an Oishi situation. He could probably understand you. Are you kidding me? I have to come back here as Oishi? Find the Fenpires in the Mojave Desert. Never. Okay, I don't have to come back. Thank God. Hopefully. Hopefully it's not going to make me come back. But onward to the boss we go. Also supposed to stretch again. Oh. Oh, my core hurts really bad if I try and stretch it. Oh, wow. They really did a number on me. I don't know if I'm going to be ready for another session tomorrow. I signed up for one, but I might need to take a longer break. Okay, I really need a sweet in order to counter these guys. They both played the same card, so if I get a good sweet and spitter combo, I could probably knock these guys out. So we're going to go ahead and redraw. That'll do 13. That'll do 11. Yeah, but I should get healing from this one if I let it sit in my hand. So we'll go ahead and do that. There's no going around it. You have to take into account that the bags will be thrown around and placed down hard. Scratches are the least of your worries. Yeah, I'm not worried about scratches. Dents are a little worse, but it's still alright. The worst is if your wheel comes off, because then the 3-wheeled hards are treated like softs. See, that's my concern. I don't like those spinny wheels on the bottom of all these new suitcases. I feel like those are just asking to be broken. They're sticking straight out. They're barely attached because they have to rotate 360. That is like 80% of the reason that I wanted to find a 2-wheeled soft bag, because those 2 wheels are going to be way harder to knock off the bag. They're like mostly recessed into the bag, so they're not sticking out. They're not as likely to catch on something. They don't rotate, so their attachment point should be stronger if it's a good quality bag. I much prefer the 2 wheels for durability. Oh, we get some iron in this run too. I didn't even look that far down. Also, stretch foil is that plastic foil you usually wrap around food or Tupperware. Are you saying people are plastic wrapping their luggage? I've never heard of such a thing. I'm impressed. It has not been that easy to get here. And that is why you're not going to go any further. What? You don't even have a hearth key. That's a problem for future me. Right now, there's a more urgent monster to attend to just ahead. Yes, they seem to guard the remnant. Step aside, and I'll go deal with it. You've got to be kidding. I am not. Why would I waste my time like that? It doesn't matter what you say or do. This fight is mine. Despite how tired I am, there's no turning back. Yeah, you probably need something to energize to help you. Like a cake. Do you have one? No. I still haven't done that yet. Yeah, then I'm not leaving. This is my fight. The only way I let you attempt this battle is if I have a chance to properly refill, and then I'll tag you in. Is it kicking me back? It is kicking me back. Wait, I unlocked the cake! Did I not unlock the cake recipe before we ran this run? What is going on? Why did it forced me to end? Alright, well, I guess that's our last run of the day. It's 12:30 p.m. We've been doing this for almost 4 hours now. We've been doing 3 runs a stream here for the last 3... Well, we've been doing it for 3 streams now. 4 weeks, technically, because AC made us take a break. I thought the cranberry was the scariest thing out there, but it appears to be your teacher, Panko. Take this. It appears to be some kind of plan to have the snacks so travelers can go deeper into the wilds. What the hell? The game is like doing things out of order. It just played the voice lines for unlocking snacks, but we already unlocked snacks. Trust me, the 4-wheelers are less prone to coming off than the 2 wheels, since the 2 wheels are usually attached on a single or 2 flimsy points, so it comes off fairly easy if you place them down hard enough. And yes, people plastic wrap their luggage. I fucking hate when people do that because it gets caught on every single fucking point it can. I have never heard of plastic wrapping luggage. That is insane. Also, thank you for the head pats. And I refuse to believe you that the 2 wheels are easier to break than the 4 wheels. I have never had my 2 wheels break. Also, I don't buy super cheap luggage, so that might help. I find you adequate. Nice. We actually have a plus 50 that we can put down as decoration. I should have paid more attention to how we unlocked that portrait. Was it for doing like a certain number of runs with him? So does that mean that we need to run our other guy a little bit more so we can get the portrait of him too? We will put the portrait where the statue is. Oh, I can't? I thought I unlocked the portrait. It wasn't something for the wall, was it? It was. Oh, man. Do I want to put a portrait of him up? It feels kind of bare, doesn't it? The plants brought so much color into here. I need a new spot to put decorations. So why are you going to make me only have these 3? No, that corner's way too dark if we put that there. I don't think I have a good spot for his portrait. I'm sad. I thought that was going to be like a little like stand-up picture put on a table. I broke off 2 on my own, and I've seen so many of those 2 wheels and their actual attachment and their attachment points in the aircraft itself. Then again, I also managed to throw a hard bag into another one at one point, but that's history. I don't know, man. My luggage to me feels nice and durable, and having held those hard bags from friends, I don't know. But you've got more experience than I do, so you're making me feel like I should go and like at least inspect my bags closer and like see if I can spot what you're talking about. I've got compost. I don't know. This one maybe. This one. Definitely this one. We need more of these. Okay, talk to Azure about the Vampires. Talk to who? Talk to what? There's no exclamation point around here. Make a treat in the tornado. I can do that. Done. Oh my god, they're so cute. And they get little dog bones. I love this. Where's Azure? Who's Azure? Maybe I need to wait till day to do that. Is that the guy that runs the library or something? We already did our night stuff, so we can go to bed. The worst way I've seen someone transport something, though, on a commercial airliner is fucking cardboard boxes. Damn. They probably figured, you know, since it makes it through UPS with a cardboard box, it should probably make it on a on a commercial jet, but unfortunately, they don't realize how rough the luggage is traded on those things. I forget we can just flip you. Do not flip me. Look, Azure's here. That's who we needed to talk to. Welcome to Palapori. There are so many new faces these days. None as good as mine, right? Yours is a face I haven't seen before. I'm Azure, sweet denizen. This is Sword Mantha. And as much as I love lugging her out about the world, she does get a bit heavy. Is there a place I can put some of my things? And what time do you all eat around here? I do believe your young chef I've heard such promises about has discovered a queen cake, and I could most definitely use the carbs for energy. Oh, Panko? It's really up to him when he opens, but if you need to talk to him, it's pretty easy to get his attention. Splendid! I would love to meet him and size him up. Thank you. One more thing. You must sign the logbook. Tradition is tradition. And we got an achievement for unlocking Azure. Well, lots to do, but we will have to wait until next stream to start day 10 and go talk to Azure about the Vampires. This game just keeps throwing new things at us. There's always so many like things that I haven't even like properly learned how to use by the time we get the next thing. But it's not bad. It's not. I really like the pacing of the game. I'm just a little overwhelmed. All right. I guess it's time to figure out who we're going to be raiding into. Who is even live right... Oh, I accidentally just tabbed back into the game. Who is even live right now? Kagan went live just under an hour ago doing another archipelago.
Straightening, yeah, straightening.
All right. One more stretch before we go. Since Kagan announced their stream in my Discord here, I think we'll go ahead and raid into them. I'll go ahead and kick that off. Thank you guys so much for hanging out again on a Saturday morning. I also need to apologize to Kagan. Perfect! We're heading over there. Before we leave, you will stretch some more. Yes, stretching is done. I exchanged like one sentence with them that stream. Oh no. That's okay. There was so much going on. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think that you're noticing things in your VOD because you're watching yourself really closely and like you have an expectation for yourself that nobody else is really going to notice. So I wouldn't worry about it. If you guys want to see when this is going to go on next week, go ahead and join the Discord. I'll put it in the chat one more time. It should be Saturday at 9 a.m. That's kind of become our thing with this game. But also, there are a couple other streams that I need to eventually plan. There's a couple of games I'm meaning to play with Flair. So if anything else gets planned, it'll be in the Discord. Please join us there. Come hang out with us. Until then, until next Saturday, maybe sooner, I'm going to wish you guys a wonderful week, a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for starting your weekend with me. And I will see you later. Have a good one, Handlebars. Have a good one, Magnum. Goodbye.